Awesome. Good afternoon, morning, wherever you are, Michael. How's it going?
Doing all right. Good to be back. It's been a little while.
Amazing. All right, I think we got everything through. So a couple checks for everyone. One, can you hear me? Two, is the con rumble
Can you hear
loud?
me?
And three, can you hear Michael? Yeah. Sorry, guys, we are really late getting the player information because it's round one. And with that information coming in, I then just have to do the screen overlays really fast for the players. And we were just trying to get Michael's audio working on this end. So let us know everything. I want to know if it's too loud, too soft, can't hear us, all that stuff just as we get in the preamble here. So can hear you both and no background noise. Wow.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, then it was worth the slight delay there. So the players are just getting going with their round. I'm actually going to put that round timer on. So this is not official time. So I'll let the officials do the official. That's great. I mean, you guys are making me feel good that the room's not loud and you can hear us both. So I have a little trouble hearing Michael, but that I think is something to do with how it's feeding through the road. But I can hear him now. I borrowed Florf's headset because I brought two and I still needed a third. So that's great. So you guys are going to have to bear with us in terms of what we can and can't give you in terms of what's out there. So players are doing some deployments. So let me jump really quickly to the jump to the table. So these guys want to use dice. So of course, what do I do this morning? I quickly rig a dice camera so we can operate all this because that's what we do here, accommodating players. So they are just in deployment right now. That'll be one view for you guys. I think this is a close side view as you guys can just barely see the dice camera. I'll try to maybe sneak that off camera in the future here, but just bear with that little bit of a device there. That is going to be from the far side, and somebody's already turned that, so I'll make a slight adjustment there. There's lots of people moving around the stream table, which is kind of unfortunate. There's another vent going on right beside it, so that'll give you a little bit of a tighter view. That'll give you the top-down view, and of course, I can shrink down these boxes and move them out of the way as you guys need it, and I can see that people have moved that slightly as well. Then we'll have the in-game cam there, a little bit of a cleaner view as well. And then if Michael and I are bringing some action, we might drop ourselves on screen a little bit. So yeah, so please let us know if that's coming through. Am I loud enough? I don't think the players can hear me because it is really loud here right now. So I'm going to be fighting through the noise as long as you guys don't have to. I think that's fantastic. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to get Michael on screen here for a second. We are just getting him into all the screens. Michael actually has the lists, and so it's a little unfortunate that the lists weren't released. So I think moving through, like maybe for tomorrow morning, and now that the lists are public, we can grab a bit more and get a bit of better of a sense, but they didn't want to reveal any information. So Michael's going to kind of like do a player read for you, and I apologize. It says name of player up there again. We can tell you who's red and who's blue. I believe in this game it's Caleb is playing red. And if I go to the card view here, you guys can see that Caleb is playing as red player, 9-axe, 800 points. And I believe Brian is coming in at 795, 9-axe, and blue player. So Michael, why don't you go ahead, and I'll leave it on here because it's more interesting to see, but why don't you go ahead and read us the lists if that's possible? And I'm going to just go adjust a couple cameras real quick.
Yep. So real quick, Sean.
Yes,
you said
go ahead.
Caleb was clones, right?
I believe Caleb is playing the clones, yes.
Okay. Yep. So Caleb playing clones. We have a clone commander with vigilance, Anakin Skywalker with saber throw, force reflexes, tenacity, offensive defensive stance, a phase 1 clone trooper with fives, a phase clone 1 specialist, a phase clone 1 trooper with an RPS 6, a phase 1 trooper with recon intel, 3 phase 2 clone troopers with yeah, I think so. Sorry, trying to get break this up. I just have a text list with the Z6 on the phase 2s. 2 ARCS troopers strike teams with the DC-15X ARC trooper. Let's see, we won't spoil that. Yeah, so I think that's the list. If you have any questions about that, sorry, I had a text list to read that from, so I might have messed something up a little bit. And let's go in through Brian playing CIS. He has Dooku with burst of speed, force reflexes, force push, vigilance, a T-Series TAC droid, a battle droid with no upgrades, a battle droid with a T-Series TAC droid upgrade, a battle droid with a PK series worker droid and electro binocs, 2 Magna Guards sporting the RPS-6 situational awareness, protector smoke grenades, and 2 dwarf spiders with engagement protocols and nose-mounted flamethrowers.
Perfect.
And yes, I can absolutely drop those lists in chat.
Yep. So players just checked in there. I'm just going to drop my mask down. I'm behind a giant curtain. I cannot see anything, Michael, except for a giant banner. But players, I did a little bit of a handshake there, and I think they're getting ready to go. They're going to drop the cards in the dice tray just to kind of help us out there. So, and just
go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's Caleb F. Davis. So he did not tell me about the middle initial, but I will put it in there now, and just so that you guys will have his name appropriate. So looks like players are going to start doing some deployments here. So I'm going to move just to the top down cam here. Going to go do a slight adjustment on that one as I see somebody's bumped it, but then that way you guys will get a proper sense of what's going down here. So. You all right, Michael?
Yeah, I posted the wrong thing for the list, so
okay.
Wrong link. I will fix that.
And not even having the list in front of me is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm going to go grab my iPad and see if I can have that in front of me as well.
Nice. So I'm going to scroll through chat quick. Welcome Dan, welcome Canadian Bear, welcome Jamie, welcome Noah, welcome Andrew, welcome Jace, welcome James, welcome Nick, welcome Frizzle, welcome Jay. I think that's everybody here so far. Yes, FNF in the morning is a little weird. I guess we could call it a Saturday morning slugfest if you prefer. James, I'm glad we could help with a stream at a decent time. Glad all the audio seems to be working. Frizzle, glad we could keep you company at work. Hoping this is the highest priority thing you're doing today. Agree, Noah. The table here looks fantastic. Glad to see that.
There you go, Michael. That's about as best I can do for right
now. Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying not to reach over the players too much. So, all right. I have the ability to access the lists here, just because, as I said, I cannot see from my seat, but I will. I'll do my best to kind of tell you what I think the units are. So. All right, and you went over the list. So yeah, I know that some phase ones have already gone down, and I know that we have clearly some spiders there. So with major offensive, there's some recon intel moves out here. So they're starting to press up quite a bit, and then with hostage exchange, clearly we have some units a little further forward than some. So. Okay, awesome. I'm glad the stream's looking good. So we can cut in some of these other angles here. Again, we're only going to be able to get you so much, but we'll have we don't have any runners here, so I'll do my best with Michael in the booth. I will run and find out what's happening. So just before players get going here with turn one, I'll run over and make sure I get a little bit of a sense of who's where and what's what. So. Table looks fantastic, though. This is like amazingly hobby table, so it's really a pleasure to have this on here. So, Yeah, that's great. Thanks, guys, for letting me know that it looks good. If you guys are hearing it, that is the main thing. We want to make sure that there's not too much obnoxious background noise. That was my main concern, and no way to simulate that. But hopefully we got that cut down for you.
You wanted to avoid obnoxious noise, and you invited me back.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's allowances. It's within the tolerance levels is basically what I'm hoping to get to, Michael. So
fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, and so Brian is along this side here with the spiders there, and then if we take that same camera and we mirror it over here, which I think I could do momentarily, and then that should give us Caleb's side there for the clones. So we'll kind of use that to discern which player is which. So. Here we go. So, Michael, if you're cool just to hold stream for a few minutes, I'm just going to hang table side just so that I can get a little bit of sense of what's happening, and then I'll come back and let people know.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll throw it in the top view, though, just as the best way to view it. All right. Be right back.
Cool. So again, thank you everybody for being here this morning. Really appreciate that. Great to see 20 people hanging out with us. And I know Sean's not here listening right now, but special thanks to him. I know he was scrambling this morning trying to do all the work that he normally spends all week doing and getting set up and getting the scenes ready as fast as he could. So appreciate him doing that by himself in a short time. And feel free to keep watching throughout the day. So we got this game coming up. There will be 2 more games today and 3 games tomorrow. I'll be back again tomorrow morning. Jace will be in for a couple of games, and O'Brien will be in for one. And I think we've got one more slot we're working on filling, so we'll see who fills that one in. Yeah, definitely, Chronic. Appreciate all the work that they did. I get the easy job. I just get to sit home and get out of bed on a Saturday morning and sit here and talk about Legion, which is fun to do. But I know Sean brought everything down and got it set up, and Anthony went with him to help him carry stuff, but I believe Anthony is playing today, so wish him good luck. I know there's a couple other people that usually hang out here with us that are playing, Pally and Poser, and awesome. I think there's might be a couple others.
Yeah. What was the question, Michael? Sorry.
No question. I was just talking that we've got some folks that normally hang out here with us in chats that are actually playing in the Dallas Open this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're correct. I heard you say. Yeah, so Ryan, ain't no posers here. Pally's here. Anthony's playing. Yeah, they're out there rocking. There is a Sean Morris jersey on the floor somewhere that is not that is not on me. So it was our attempt to make Ryan feel even worse for not having a jersey. So so just back to the table here. So there's you know the list, but there's the 3 phase 2s with the Z6s. That is not the hostage carrier unit. 5s is the hostage carrier unit. The hostage on the droid sides on Brian's side is B1 squad with a T series. Then he has the 2 spiders. He has up by the spiders. That's the PK squad. On the back side, like to the most left, that is a naked squad there. And then he has two strike teams. This should be Caleb. Caleb has two strike teams sort of tucked at the 3 o'clock level. And then he's put phase one even in behind those as well. So his units are discerned by blue Mohawks, white Mohawks. I think he said blue is phase twos, white is phase ones. You won't be able to see that, but that'll give you a rough estimate of what we have there. So perfect. That's awesome, Nick. I'm glad. I mean, we want to have some ambiance picking up here, and it's nearly impossible with walls bouncing. But con rumble is fine as long as it stays as a rumble and not going over Michael or I's voice. So. So there again, you guys can see this will be, if I'm saying this is kind of Caleb's end going down, and then this is Brian's end moving down. So we do have both ends for you, trying to discern between players. So once I do have a runner, and I think Ryan is at some point going to come join me. I'm actually going to grab him to help me out with that so that he can run back and forth looking at that. So like I said, it's a little unfortunate I can't actually see the table, but it is also nice that I can sit in the booth here. And I will promise not to run back and forth too many times, but I am going to leave Michael one more time as I go grab Ryan here. So.
Yep. So also, I mean, I think everybody's aware, but this is a competitive tournament. I don't believe there is anything major on the line, but people are going to be playing to win. Not that we don't do that in a normal Friday Night Fights game, but we like to have a little more fun. We'll try not to be bothering the players for information because they are focused on their game and competing. So we'll do the best to get information we can, but we may be a little more limited compared to what we normally do. So. But if you have questions, let us know. We'll do our best to get you any information we can. Want to keep you advised of the action that's happening.
All right, scratch that. Ryan is now playing at the table because looks like we either had a no-show. I think which is what happened. I think we had one no-show. So players are ready. Let me jump back to the top view here real quick so I can show you. Right at the top behind the spiders, that's where the Magna dropped, and Dooku dropped right in there. The other Magna squad went on to the squad that is the leftmost, the Naked B1, so the other Magna's there. Anakin dropped right at the crux of that bottom building. So if you're looking at the Dallas Open, if you go straight up between the A and the L in Dallas, the second L and the second A in Dallas, that is where Anakin is sitting right ahead of that barricade. So that'll give you some sense of what's going on there. So players are, like I said, going to put the cards in the box, and I think they know the proper orientation. They do. Looks like we have an assault and standing orders.
Nice.
Which is great.
I would assume the standing orders is the CIS.
I think Caleb actually grabbed the standing orders because he just grabbed his card first. Yeah. So that's look at me. I even have them on the appropriate side. So yeah. So it looks
nice.
like Brian is playing the assault there. So we will swap back over. Probably keep it in top view for a bit, just so we can get the better sense. I think this is the best overall view, but certainly we'll give you the more atmospheric shots when we're progressing through. If you're just joining us, or I'm not even sure if Michael laid out the parameters, but here is what we have for the mission is fortified as the condition, is hostage exchange as the objective, and they are playing major offensive. It is round one, and again, unofficial game clock time, but we'll give you some sense of where we're at with that. So, luckily, I think we have a bit of a lunch break after this one, and then unluckily, between 2 and 3, I think there's like a 10-minute turnaround, so I will be exceptionally busy there. So, all right, I'm just going to hide that. It'll keep everything else, but the game timer will stay.
So Sean, that's the first time I've seen that overlay. I don't know if you've used that before or recently on FNF. I've missed the last couple, but I do like that.
The new scoreboard? Yeah, the new scoreboard is great. It's so it's just a kind of a quick tool that I made. I have every one of the numbers that I can interchange, but I can hide them as a group, and then I can actually just keep the timer running so that it doesn't reset, and it will remain on each of the cameras that we go through. And then the nice thing is I can actually pop up the scoreboard on every view as well, and it will come up in the same location.
Love it.
So yeah. So I'm gonna do one more logistics piece if I can ask the players to quickly flash their orders in the box too when they pull them. So that'll be the last time I'm going to disturb the players. 1 second. All right, perfect. I don't want streaming to be a logistics nightmare for players, but also want to have the folks at home checking it out. So if you guys want to chuck the link in and around, that'll be also fantastic. That'll help us out to get some folks in the box here. All right. So we'll see who's going first here. You bet, Jamie. We aim to help out those folks that are new. So anything we can make it easier. It helps us out too sometimes. All right, so it looks like we are getting a measurement here. That was from the Naked Squad there. Most excited for the dice cam, I guess. We have both the option for the dice app and the dice cam. I wanted to give players both. It frees up my iPad, which is nice, so I can use a second screen to look at some things here. So.
Yeah, do you miss the second monitor, Sean?
Oh, I'm greatly missing the fact that I'm on like a 19-inch monitor
3
here.
crits. It's just like the dice app. Yeah,
just like the dice app. That is a big roll there. So yeah, obviously 2 will get canceled to cover. This looks like I think this is into. I think that was a phase 2 that if I remember correctly, positioned there. So. I did not see any saves. That looks like if they have a surge available, which they this early may have, it looks like he will be removing one model there. Yep. So we'll be grabbing that surge token. Still, any clones he can remove off the table are valuable. So and straight shot, no aim there. So that's really nice. So with hostage exchange, you want to kind of take up a little bit of position to harass that that hostage carrier. Players must have been treating that as just open there. I seen a speed 2 move coming out there. So looks like Brian's trying to maintain his chain, then tucking everything else up in heavy cover. Smart play here.
Yeah, I like that, getting behind that might even be line of sight for those, depending on the angle.
Yeah, that vehicle is pretty tall, so I can't verify for sure that it's fully blocky silhouette, but...
Yep. Do we have a table end that might show?
Yeah, we probably do. Yeah, let us guys, let us know if you need to see anything different, or if we can. That is probably far side view. We'll get that. So, yeah, It's hard to say if it's fully covering there or not, but that was the play there. So, yeah, actually, Sean, they almost didn't. So. We'll get into that when I get back to Canada. I'm trying to risk not being kept here in the United States. So just a full disclaimer for anyone listening from TSA or otherwise. This is just me, a guy doing this. No one's paying me. We're good. I'm also going to be bringing back all the equipment that I brought here for sure. So, and verification will be found in next week's stream when I'm using all of this equipment. Crazy. Yeah, couldn't fathom a guy having this much stuff, just doing things for funsies. I mean, 2 years of twice a week's not evidence enough, I guess. So, all right. Looks like I just had a act at the back there go. I think that was. I think that might have been a generic. Is he even generic in his list?
The clone trooper captain.
Yeah.
Or clone commander, excuse me. That's
Okay, yeah, I believe that's who went at the back there. Looks like he took a dodge and did a whole heck of a lot of nothing there. So I think he's just there for the vigilance dodges, to be honest. So
yeah.
All right, looks like Brian is going with. I think that is his PK squad here, if I'm not mistaken. That's
okay.
what he declared them as when I asked him.
Yep. That surprises me a little bit that you'd use the PK so early in the round and lose a potential heal, but
he might just not be overly concerned with the heals at this point. And
which makes sense too.
And probably holding Magna Spider for that reason. Awesome. So great flash there for us. That was Anakin being pulled. I just asked players to kind of flash us their pulled tokens. So.
So, Sean, make sure after the game, thank the players from all of us watching for their
for
willingness to make sure dice are in the tray and flashing tokens and showing cards and all that. I know it's extra work when you're trying to focus on a game, but it is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, for sure. And the players are great. Me bugging them and asking them questions and getting all the stuff. But we'll definitely do that for sure. I'll have to see it. I don't think the players are going to really be able to hear much what I'm saying because there's, like I said, so much con rumbles, which is great. I'm trying not to be over analytic in terms of suggesting strategy. So that's what Michael's here for. So an international.
You didn't tell me that I had an actual purpose here. I thought I was just supposed to be here.
Yeah, I mean, we gave you enough vacation time. I figured it's time to get back to work. So
yeah.
All right, looks like. Anakin, it looked like he took a dodge there as maybe action 1.
Looks like it could have been.
And I think that suppression that went down was just for the previous shot that was forgotten there, just in case you guys are curious. So, yeah, it looks like Anakin's just, doing I know a dodge action in there for sure, but it doesn't look like we know what else he did. But a whole heck of a lot of nothing. I think with hostage exchange, the hostages kind of being, fairly safe. I think we'll see a cross, and then maybe Anakin's gonna. Jump out and do some things after. If he's, remind me, what does Anakin have here? Saber throw force.
Anakin has saber throw, force reflexes, tenacity, and offensive defensive stance.
Oh, so no push here. So not the most ideal scenario here for Anakin without the force push. So shot coming in. This looks like a rocket, I would suggest, maybe from a Magna.
Looks like probably.
2 crits, though. Not sure what squad. I think he pointed at the... Ooh. If it's the same one, which I think it is, there we go. That's another 2 off there. Good roll. Good roll by Brian. I'm just going to do a real quick check with them, make sure they cannot hear me, and then I can figure out if I can and cannot contribute to strategy here. All right, I think players can only hear a slight rumble in my voice. So just while I was over there, I thought I'd be useful. So Anakin has a defensive stance there, so he just took 2 dodges and then just tucked him up a little bit.
Nice.
Which is great. So, yeah, Sean Death, we're keeping the international incident chatter down to a minimal till there we go. That's a core pull here. I think he has the naked cores on the backside, the right side for you guys looking on. It is CIS versus Gar. Yeah, I'll just jump over here to that. So that's kind of what we got going on. Brian is on the on the right side of the screen. And I know some of them are opposite. So Brian is currently on the right here, just for the names, and Caleb F is on the right. On the left of this screen here. Then from this standpoint here, we have them reversed, and this is more to the direction that the players are moving. So from the top down here, that is Caleb on the bottom, and Brian is playing on the top side. So,
and the lists are posted up just a little ways in chat. So unfortunately, we don't have those on the screen right now, but they are.
If I have Legion HQ links, I can actually drop in the images. But right now we just got text versions just minutes before the game, so we'll give you kind of a recap as we're going through. So maybe at the end of turn 2 or whatever, we'll give you a recap of what's in the list. So but right now it looks like both players are. I think Caleb's doing a little bit more positioning here, and Brian's trying to do a little bit more shooting. So thanks, Michael, for giving me that image there as well. That's great.
Yep, I'll get you the other one here too. So.
Perfect. Oh, cool. Michael made both. That's great.
And I took out the hidden information from those, so
yeah, that's great. I might actually
just exposing that to other players that are checking out later.
Yeah, I'm actually going to just try to grab these images real quick. Save that as I think that is Brian. Here we go. I'm going to see what I can do for you guys here on the fly. Boom. All right, if you guys can bear with me for 1 second, I'm just going to jump over to our blue player screen here. All right, go to the desktop. All right, going to grab Caleb. I'm going to grab Brian's list. All right, there we go. That's showing up for you guys?
Yep.
Perfect. I'll just jump over here real quick and get Caleb's. And sorry, guys, this is as best we could do on the absolute fly here, making it happen. So there you go. So just having a look at that again. Red player Caleb. He is playing Clone Commander Anakin with Saber Throw, Reflexes, Tenacity, Offensive Stance, Defensive Stance. He's got a 5s specialist in one of the Phase 1s. He's got a Phase 1 with an RPS and Recon Intel. He's got 3 Z6 Phase 2s, and he's got 2 Arc Strikes. Brian on the other side, his 9 activations, Dooku with Burst of Speed, Reflexes, Push, Vigilance. He's got a T-Series. He's got a Naked B1. He's got a B1 with a T-Series. He's got a B1 with a PK and Electro. He's got 2 Magnas with RPS, Situational Awareness, Protector, and Smoke Grenades. And he's got 2 Dwarf Spiders with Engagement Protocols and the Nose-Mounted Flamethrower. Perfect. There you go. So it'd be really interesting, Michael. I haven't seen spiders play with the flamethrower at all, but I think it's a great choice. We just looking here, we just missed a spider, creepy crawly right to the middle. So obviously cannot shoot that clone hostage unit, but is in a great position for next turn. So. We do have 29 people, so thanks for coming to check this out with us, guys. We'll hopefully get some more as the day goes on, but we're here all week. We're going to try to bring you guys 6 games, and by try, I mean I'm going to be here for 6 games, and as long as everything works out, we should be good. That's a big rollout there, so I'm going to think that's got to be Z6.
Yeah,
Z6. What is the red dice in there for, though? Just trying to figure out what unit that is. I wonder if that was fire supporting into an arc unit. Big roll here by Brian. Oh, just 2 white. I don't know what that went into, but I'm going to guess it was that spider. Yeah, I think that's what that was, because he only has 1 arc that could see, and one's around the corner. So I think he actually fire supported into that, but only 1 arc could lend lend its dice to the pool. So that has to have been the situation there. So, but that is going to be 2 wounds on that spider. That's up close again. Michael, wounding that spider and getting that to 4. There's a pull right there. So we got Dooku. Getting that spider to 4 could be dangerous. He may forego the flame and just go straight to exploding mode. So, which next turn, depending on how much more he pokes that, could be an early play and will affect the hostage unit.
So did he fire support with the hostage unit? It looks like.
I think that is actually what he did there, because they can fire. So I think that has to have been what he did. And with the extra black in there, I think that's where 5s came in, because 5s is in that unit. So, yeah.
Yep, because that also means, though, that the spider can flame that unit standing right there. It didn't go anywhere. It could aim and flame.
I thought you could shoot, but we're
at the beginning of next round.
Oh yes, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. So even if he puts that on 4, there's a danger that the spider actually just walks over that and just goes exploding a little further deeper in the lines there, as to not risk another fire support shot into it. So, all right, so they are rolling off 1 suppression. This is the units down to 2. It's just the phase 2 leader and the Z6.
Z6.
Yeah. So probably going to see Caleb maybe make an exit here with this unit. Maybe getting a shot before he does so. We'll see what he is going to, in fact, take the shot. I think we'll probably see a shot move here. Just probably tuck around in behind where Anakin is. But if you are, again, just joining us for the first time, we'll just throw that up there. It is turn 1 still. We got close versus CIS, blue CIS player. We got hostage exchange as the condition, or so the objective. Fortified was the condition, and they are playing major offensive. So major offensive, but it looks a little bit like we're deeper with the hostage exchange and multiple recon intels. So I think that players use that for initial positioning, but they quickly vacated that area. That looks to be... I don't know what shot that was, because that was a Z6 squad there. All right, so it looks like he's going to take 2 more wounds, and I think he might have went back into that spider, because I think they just counted the crits there. I'm not 100% sure on that, though, Michael, so we'll just have to verify where those wounds go. Excuse me. I'm still fighting my cold here, so I'm gonna do well. I'm gonna do well this weekend.
Everything is going according to plan.
So there it is, Michael. So he is on that 4. So you are going to need to dedicate the finish here. Otherwise, I could see Brian opting to go really quickly with that.
Yeah, flame and explode into that hostage carrier would be
Didn't quite
brutal.
catch what that was. I think that was a block, so I think that is roll for 2 actions. So I believe that Explodey is a free action. So if he meanders forward, So if he meanders forward, he doesn't really care. I think that's about as far as he wanted to be anyway. Maybe ideally to go two crawls in, but I have never seen a spider explode. Fortunately on my side, but I am really looking for it to do. So just give you guys another. I don't want to take away from the great table that we got going on here. So this will be again a view from the clone side, and then this is a view from the CIS side. So Kurt coming in, awesome. You're streaming. It got my Friday Night Fight shirt in the mail. Woohoo! Average Sith Lord. Yeah. Is it Christmas? It could be. Kurt. Kurt and I had a great league game. I finished up my last league game with Kurt, and we'll be talking about all that when we get back. And don't forget, if you guys are not signed up for the league, get signed up. I believe today is our last day to sign up for last day to sign up, to get in your cancellations, your ban list. And then we'll be pulling the league entries and then making lists submitted by May 5th or 6th, I believe. Then we're going to start with round 2. So I had a blast in round 1. Bullied my way through, so I think I'm going to be playing some different people next round. But I had a great time. All my games were super fantastic. So if you guys don't know that, go check out our Discord server. You guys can see at round 2 signups. go. You're going to be signed up for 3 games. You'll, if you're new to the league, you'll be randomly paired with some folks in our lower bracket for round 2. If you were already in the league and finished in the top 2, you'll go into the upper side. But it's ebbs and flows, lots of shifts, and we're excited to get round 2 going. So it'll be commander bands actually. So I believe that was just that was probably the T series with the Naked B ones there. Oh, great! Michael dropped that in the chat there. So that's right. So I think that was a shot with the hostage exchange unit, or the hostage carrier, I should say. And then it looks like Brian is making a route back there. So looks like he's going to try to run almost sort of at a 45 to the rest of his army. So he's shifted down both Magna. So I think he's going to probably try to come in on that bottom side in between those 2 buildings where that vehicle is. And I think he's going to try to pull Caleb's units north so that they can't both chase. And if they do, they're going to open up that corridor on the left there for the looks of things.
Yeah, I think the other thing, obviously, he can't engage with the melee with the opponent hostage carrier, so he has to go around there.
Yeah, no, for sure. So
it kind of gives him, he either has to choose left or up if he's running away. So
hey guys, the stream's 100% free, and of course we're not charging you to do anything, but we do have 33 people and 4 thumbs up, so those are free, and we appreciate if you guys pound those for us, so it helps us out later on. So in terms of people finding us, our stuff, so we don't get any dollars from that for sure, but thumbs up just makes us have reassurance that we're doing an okay job, average, if you will. All right, there we go. Looks like we have another strike team being pulled here. All right, looks like Caleb's trying to light up a shot again. Oh, okay, a little bit of a shift out here.
Yep, I'm assuming he's going to put as much fire as he can into that spider now that it's
in
dangerous territory.
I think he has to.
Leave it
no, he absolutely has to kill it. I don't know what he has left for axe, so if I'm just counting, Hostage is already gone, Anakin's gone. I see 2 more. He does have that Z6 at the back there, the very bottom one. Nope. So that will be probably his, if this doesn't work here, that'll be his Hail Mary shot. So, again, back to your earlier point there, Michael, might have been nice to just reserve that PK squad. Maybe try to delay as long as you could if your plan was to bring that spider in. It'd be really unfortunate for Brian to lose that there, but really worse if Caleb doesn't eliminate that. So they both have a plan A here. We're just going to see who can execute it first.
Yeah, and it looks like there's also an unactivated unit at the far right, but I don't know if that one will give range to the.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so he is fire supporting here into this arc squad. So great move here. He definitely has to sync this. Yeah, it has to sync this through. So, and guys, if you're just joining us now, just make sure. I'm hoping that the audio is still holding up, and let us know about the video chop. That is not great there. I see one crit. Yeah, and I don't see a single surge or anything in there. So even if you had any critical in the pool, which I don't believe you do, yeah, just let us know.
That's where I'd like to have that PK, is to pull back 1 wound, because you want that explosion, but that line between being able to explode and dead is so fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's going to have to make some saves. It's only armor 3 here, so I think he's still punched. He did punch 3 over.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, so he did have the...
I thought it was only 2, so...
Yep. Okay, no, that's unfortunate.
Either way, he still wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, no, the flame potential's still there, but it is unfortunate that Brian did lose that unit. So good play by Caleb. That's what Caleb needed to do. So, like I said, both players executing plan A, and Brian sort of had a plan B come in there with the explosion option, but don't underestimate Dooku, though, in Hostage Exchange. He is a pretty powerful character, and I think he really likes to play Hostage Exchange. So,
yeah. Same with Anakin, though. So it'll be interesting to see what the Jedi do when they get in there.
No, absolutely. Let's have a look at that far side there. Check out, see what Brian's sort of measuring up here.
No, but I do like that play. If you're going to go on the spider, you got to go all in on it.
No, absolutely, absolutely. So, So here he
Can't do
is.
it halfway.
Here he is coming in with that second spider again. I think this is a rinse and repeat of that same play. Obviously, he would like to have the double flame option, but a single flame is going to be just as good here, I think, opening up round 2. There is possibly a world there where the 2 spiders may have created a little bit of a bottleneck, for considering that he does have a Dooku and Magna on there. So, glass half full kind of approach here. He does have a little bit of an avenue to still bring Dooku in behind that, and then have the Magnas be able to shoot out behind. So, Caleb doesn't have a significant melee threat up there right now. So it might be a matter of positioning for whose Jedi is going to take control of that center and really kind of win that tug of war. And without force push on Anakin, I think that's gonna play into Dooku's favor a little bit. And let's not forget, we do have a burst of speed Dooku on the table, so we're going to see this old man move.
Yeah, I think given the terrain though and how it plays out, the burst of speed might end up just being an equivalent to a jump though.
100%.
If you're going over a lot of those barricades, that'll slow you down when you become 2 again, which is essentially a jump then at that point. So.
Yeah, I think analyzing the table, I think where that spider is right now, I think there's actually a gap there at the angle that it's sitting. So I think Brian positioned his barricades to leave avenues for Dooku to shoot through, which is a great play.
Okay.
I can't say for sure, but I believe that's kind of what we see there.
So coming out here then.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Dooku probably tuck up behind. Yeah, exactly. And then he's going to have Magna Guard, and don't forget the Magnas have not only Guardian, but they also have Protector. So they're going to be a little bit tanky and quite a nice escort. And because Brian is going to shoot them in from 2 angles here, Caleb's really going to have to pay attention to which threat is the most. I guess the most of a priority. I guess a priority area for him. If he overcommits to go up topside Dooku, then the Magna could slip in behind and really get into those soft bellies of the phase 2s. If he stays back a little bit, then there's a risk that Dooku interacts with that hostage unit with not any answer from Anakin.
Yep.
Play around here a little bit, give you a little bit of a angle shots here. So no matter where we position the cameras, I believe both players have equally decided that they're going to play in the middle of the table. So Brian a little bit nicer here, giving us some units to see. And here we go with those Magnus shooting up through the middle. So go back to that top view for you guys to see that. It's going to go wide here with the Magnus, so I think he wants to maintain the Protector range to Dooku, but probably wants to get as many Magnus into cover as possible. I think what I'm going to do a little later on, too, guys, is I'm going to go around and get some just some stream footage, and we'll get some coverage of still images, and I might do a little walk around and pop in and ask players how they're doing, and throw some of those candid videos up on the YouTube. So, all right, looks like we have a rocket shot coming in here. Brian also looking to take Axe off the table here, so he does have that 2-man unit available to potentially strike here. It looks like he's going in with a rocket shot. I think he has an aim on here, probably from retinue. Likely spending the aim here. He does have crit on that, so he is going to force a save for sure. I don't know if he has him at a heavy cover. I don't think so, based on the fact he's re-rolling 2 here. He does get the second crit, though, from, looked like anyway. Oh, maybe that was a hit. It looked like a crit for a second, but it's picked up, so I'm going to guess not. So he is going to try to make a Z6 save here.
Is that same unit that is...
Yeah, I believe
down to 2 already.
I believe it is the same unit down to 2. And does make a save there. Yep. So they were on 2 suppression, then went back down to 1. After they rolled it off, they're going to be on 2 and start the turn with... Unless he shot them 3 times. There we go. So they are on 3. All right, and I think that is... He's got an activation token in the back, but I think he just forgot to flip that over. Okay, I was gonna say that should conclude the turn there. I'm gonna throw it back to this view here, Michael, and I'm just gonna go get a really quick recap, make sure I did not miss anything.
Perfect. Yeah, so round one looks like we had good action. Sometimes round one can be a little slow, but with hostage and everybody pushing the middle, lost one spider droid for the CIS, and the clones, their phase 2 Z6 is down to a commander and the Z6 left. Otherwise, a lot of advancing towards the middle, especially from CIS. So we'll see how that plays out. We know we've got the Spider and Dooku ready to close in on the hostage carrier for CIS, or excuse me, for the clones. The CIS hostage carrier made a little bit of an escape, started their way out, so it'll be a little further for the clones to close that distance. But
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we'll see what happens round two.
Yeah, so I think we were pretty on point there. So as mentioned, this unit's on 2. Spider dropped, and that's pretty much all we had. So we didn't miss anything there. I will go and update the overlay to make sure that we're in the appropriate turn. So let me just do that now. Put a giant 2 there. Looks great. No point. So yeah, if you're just joining us again, a hostage exchange fortified on a major offensive deployment. We got the CIS on the top side, and we got the clones on the bottom, moving basically. Clones are moving kind of right to left, and droids are left to right, and they're meeting in the middle. Great time.
Yep. And with the view we have, cards.
Nope. Oh yes, looks like we have Dooku's 1 pip and Anakin's playing his 3 there. This is where the fun begins. I think that one is.
Could be. Hero of the Clone Wars.
Oh, my bad. Just gonna bring up
which says that Anakin gains Exemplar and Reliable 2 at the end of the activation. If he is not at range 1 to 2 of a friendly unit, he gains 1 suppression.
Yeah, and we had Fear and Surprises for Fear, Surprises, and Intimidation, I should say, for Dooku. So he's going to gain Arsenal 2 and Relentless. And each of its range weapons gains Versatile. And after he performs an attack, each defender gains 2 suppression tokens. That is in addition to the suppression that they would receive due to the attack itself. So it looks like we're going to have big plays here. And I think this is going to be largely targeted at the hostage carrier. So
yeah.
So we do obviously have Dooku being ordered here. Then I think we're going to see some directs coming off the T-Series. So it looked like we went droid and then to Magna.
Nice.
Yeah, opting to go a little bit of AI here. So we're going to have an AI Spider and a few AI Magnas. They're okay. And then obviously we'll have an AI droid at the bottom. On Caleb's side, he has opted to go to Anakin, clearly.
So I wonder here, with the CIS going first, if Dooku jumps out and just wrecks the hostage carrier.
Yeah,
with,
pretty much.
Melee and range in there.
Yeah,
the only thing that worries me there is if you end up with Dooku in the middle of the field, unprotected in the middle of the round.
Well, I think you're going to have
lots of shots coming in at him.
I think you're going to have 2 Magnas, both with Protector and Guardian.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be options there. So on the clone side, if you're tracking here, it's Anakin in 2 units, but then he's also going to have the direct off 5s. So I'm not sure exactly which order he went in there. And then I think he also has direct off the Clone Commander. So Clone Commander, I think, went to the back one. That's reasonable to say. Anakin went to one of those 4 clones units. And then 5s obviously directed off to the others. So
coordinate, actually.
Yeah, coordinate. Sorry, my bad. I said I said direct as a CIS player. It is coordinate. You are correct. But it doesn't look like we're going to have to wait very long here, Michael, to find out what is exactly going to happen here with Dooku as we have force push these guys on the other side of the barricade. And again, just going back, while I'm sure Brian would say that he preferred not to have lost the Spider, as I said, opening up a little bit of room, a little bit of real estate to do some of these plays, because had both Spiders been there, you wouldn't have actually had the ability to shove them through. So I think that's an important play here to have that space. So thanks a lot for the comments. in chat. Somebody had a "oh my god" moment out there. I'm not sure if you can pick up that or not, Michael.
I heard somebody yell, and that was all I got.
Okay, fair enough. And I want to thank the 40 people for hanging out. So it's great. So we're having a fun time already. It's been I've been here since Thursday and had a blast yesterday. I've had a lot of laughs, far too many for that short period of time. But now it's down to get down to business here and talk a little Legion. So.
Yep. No, I like that force push. That alleviates what I was worried about with Dooku ending up out in the open, because now he can just step in, still be behind the barricades and the spider. And
Yep. Unfortunately, I cannot get you a different angle on that because there's a building on either side. So they're really tight. I assure you this is about to happen. We'll look for bodies to be removed here. So
yep.
This is where Let the Bodies Hit the Floor starts playing in my head. So, all right. So Dooku here with the... All right, so I'm going to guess he's just probably creating a little bit of space there to say that they are not in base contact with the Magna Guard.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, not Magna Guard. That's actually Dooku in the blue cape. I forgot. Yep. He has Dooku painted blue in a bright blue cape. So that's... I saw some really cool Magna Guard yesterday painted in green as well. So lots of Magnas from what I could see. So, all right, so... I get the point of going with fives as the hostage carrier, and I think that's a good choice by Caleb. Excuse me. But losing fives early in the game would not be as ideal, as it kind of cuts down that synergistic deployment of activation tokens. So let's see if the clones can save out here.
Yeah, I mean, there's still red saves, a lot of bodies in that group. So
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Michael.
I don't think this is necessarily the end of that group, but it's going to be a big swing into it. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
The prospects of just simply disengaging, though, doesn't really ring a lot of hope. And then if you don't, do you just get double meleeed by Magna? Like, I mean, first Dooku, then Magna. So,
yep.
All right, we got dice hovering above the box here. Here we go. It looks like we're gonna have 5 there, or 4 there rather. Just so you guys know,
we didn't get the black dice in there as well.
I don't believe you could do that in melee as well, because it's versatile. Yeah, I don't think you're able to pool those two together. That should be with Pierce. Right. That should be with Pierce. All of them.
Yep. So that's what we were talking about. It's not going to eliminate that group. It's going to take a good chunk out of it.
I mean, in fact, it's probably better because then you don't have Dooku taking a fire support immediately, and then needing to activate any further units. So,
yep.
Hey, we'll shift the cameras around for you guys. We just don't want to miss this particular interaction that we don't have a camera on. So, we will have a different table tomorrow too, just so folks know. So this looks like the versatile shot. That not great. I don't think Dooku had an aim token at all. So, and I don't know the target of this particular attack, but maybe into the 2-man unit if he had range. Looks like it was. So they should take 3 suppression there to go to 4 actually. So that should bring them up to. They had 2, so they should technically end up on 5 right now.
They should end up on 4. Or no, because it says take 2. Yeah, 2 plus the range. So
should be 5. There we go. They got it figured out.
Yep.
We don't know a lot, but we know some things.
We get there eventually.
Yep. All right, and then it looks like that'll be the scatter play there. So. Awesome. Let us know what you guys think about it, chat. What you're excited for, what your predictions are for the tournament, what you think is going to be top of day, all that great stuff. Average Canadian Bear says, it's pretty average. And let us know how the stream's coming across. Is it coming across choppy, pretty smooth? Let us know. We had a bit of a thing with we were supposed to have hardline hardline internet. They didn't have that. We were running off the conference Wi-Fi. It was all right. We did a test yesterday. It was great. They couldn't get the hardline wired in for whatever reason, so then they made us a dedicated Wi-Fi line. So just we have it. We're the only ones on it, so we're hoping that it's going to maintain and hold the stream true and fast here through the weekend.
Yeah, if you have a dedicated line, you should be okay. I know what it's like trying to be at a conference on a shared line. Those
Yep.
can get pretty full from time to time.
Yep. Yep. Stream as smooth as butter. Well, I mean that's good. That's what I was going
There
for.
we go.
Yeah. I prefer margarine, but we'll accept that. All right, so we have arc activating here. Strike team. I think only one of these guys was visible. So before, yeah, we should be good. Nobody should be interfering on this line at all. So I think if we can hold true to through this round, we should be fine. So
Another fire support. I wonder if that's into the spider again.
I mean, yeah, start this. I mean, we've seen this movie play out before. The only problem is there's a few other additional threats up there now. So
Yeah.
I might have wondered if Brian
Or
maybe,
actually into the hostage carrier.
yeah, he likely is going to try to play the same thing. I think now I'm almost thinking that it might have been better for Brian to sort of delay that first spider and do the one move with it just to get a bit of extra range, stay on those fire supports, and then would have been okay to bring his second spider in late, where he would have had a little less fear of reprisal. But you know, we can armchair all we want. That's what happened.
That's what we're here for.
Exactly. So. But now, like, I think he's presenting a lot of threats. Caleb's going to need to deal with that. He's got a great fire support. He's got some really great lanes set up. I like his positioning here. I also like when you roll mittfuls of dice, especially
and
when
all colored.
Yeah, exactly. So big shot coming in there. It looks like I see. It's a little hard for me to see. I could probably make the box bigger since there's not much going on there. It looks like we have 3 surges.
A lot of surges in there.
Yeah. I'll make the box big, and if it gets too big and obnoxious, let me know, guys. I'll shrink it down. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to have that many surges available.
Yeah, I saw him get picked up in an order, but I couldn't tell what.
Yeah. Well, I guess
we'll. It didn't seem an order that made that worked towards hits.
Yeah, we'll know on the save side here. I said what's happening. I don't know what the players decided the woods is. I'm going to guess light cover at best because it's pretty spacious and open. But look like Brian's got a mitt full of dice. He's going to chuck them and see what happens. All right, that's not what you're looking for. And so it was 7 over cover, Michael. And we're going to just pick up 7 models on the table. Now, the T-Series, I believe, has only 1 wound. So I think that will be... I think he has an extra... No extra body in that one. So that'll be a straight wipe. And that is the hostage standing alone.
Ouch.
I don't understand how the hostage came out of that shot alive, but it is nonetheless the only unit still remaining.
Yeah, those clones know what they're shooting at. It's not just random fire.
I mean, if that was stormtroopers, we could have expected that precision. So, Andrew,
they would have wiped out the hostage without touching anything else.
Yeah, Andrew coming in with the appropriate. I'll throw that up there. Take that, Clankers. Yeah. Yep. All right. Appropriate comments will be placed on screen. Or anything praising Michael or myself. Just saying. Just kidding. All right. So Brian's going to need to get back on the act count here as he's now down 2. That'll be an AI attack unit, and I guess we're about to find out whether those clankers at the back, Michael, could behind that car could actually see or not, because they should have visibility to that Z6 now. So. I'm going to guess based... Well, yeah, because based on the fact that he's moving with an AI triggered is going to tell me nope.
Oh, they're double checking.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm just going to mute myself for 1 second, Michael.
Yep. So it looks like a rollout of... Hard to tell. It looked like there was some surge in there, so I'm not sure if there's any defense needed, depending on what the target was. But we add another suppression. So I think that's 6 now on that unit there. And moving up into a more advantageous position for next turn, it looks like.
All right, back. Sorry, that was a nose blowing incident brought to you by the TerrainStudio. Getting a little nasally there, so.
Yeah, so that looked like there was paint, but nothing over the cover. So was that the 6 suppression, I believe, on the remaining clone?
I'm going to guess that I see a 3 there, and it looks like it's double stacked, so I don't see there any reason why he took off anymore. So, yeah. Appreciate we had a thumbs down there that was taken away promptly, so that's great. Perfect. No, yeah, I'm super excited. It's almost like I'm as close to a con without actually being able to see and or interact to it. So this is a bit weird, but I'm living vicariously through the screen. So I'm literally right where you guys are, right where Michael is, right where you guys are at home. So it's fantastic watching all this unfold here on the screen. So
yes, we appreciate you packing up all your equipment, flying from Canada all the way down to Texas, and watching it on the screen.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. So great move here.
But we appreciate it so that we can watch it on the screen also.
100%. So, I mean, this is fun nonetheless. I mean, I do this every week. I just usually do it in the comfort of my own home. This time I just happen to fly down and stay in a hotel for it. So, it is Sean Dessing, the TSA thumbs down the stream. I mean, come on. I thought I made some friends there. No, they were good. They were doing their job. It's the thing. I'm a pretty suspicious looking individual, so.
I can vouch for that.
Yep. They just kept trying to convince me that I was in the military. I assure you I am not. Yep. All right. Hey, thumbs up. There we go. Thank you. Let us know where you're checking in from. We have 38 people. That'd be great. I'll give the shout outs to folks that let us know where they're from because it'd be great. So, all right. Jamie said the stream is smooth as silk. That's great. Can unit pick up a second bomb in bombing run? So not. I'm not sure, Anthony, if you're asking about an unrelated question. So we are playing hostage, which is a good reminder. I'll throw that up. You cannot, though. You cannot carry 2 bombs in bombing run, to answer your specific question. So we are in round 2 here. We have no score, obviously, at this point. We're playing hostage, fortified, and major offensive. So
we found out why you had problems with TSA.
Yeah.
Was in your suitcase.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Hey, we got a Calgary checking in, so a Canadian. Welcome. Watching from Vermont, Paul Jones.
Welcome, Paul. And Chronic Canuck.
All right, looks like we got a little bit of Anakin play. All right, Canadian Bear checking in from New Jersey. Canadian Bear rocking a Friday Night Fights jersey, I hope. So Noah checking in from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Noah
also from Minnesota.
Also, yeah, there we go.
I will probably have my jersey on Monday, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think they're starting to arrive all over here. So I know
I've seen them arriving. So.
Bernard got them in Ottawa, so that's cool. Andrew checking in from New Jersey. Yeah. Sean Dess saying welcome back to Michael. All right, so it looks like Anakin is going to make a play here. I don't know if Anakin, but based on the math here, I don't know if he gets there, if he's just shy. Ooh, that's real tight. I'm going to go check that because that's important to know. I'm going to go check.
Welcome, Stan from Kansas City. I'm going to ignore Sheldon. Noah, glad to hear you got your jersey.
All right, Anakin did, in fact, reach there. Sheldon, you're also welcome for sharing that mental image with us. Fantastic. Sheldon checking in from my home province of Saskatchewan. Got Kansas City checking in, Stan Parks. Stan, hopefully you're having a fun time in the league. I see you've played a few games in there. That's great. Noah got his jersey yesterday. Awesome. Nightbringer checking in from Australia, where it's tomorrow, so he already knows who wins, but no spoilers, Nightbringer.
So, Sean, was that base contact or was it short?
It was in contact. Hey, we have I Davis. That is Caleb's mom and dad watching in the car. I'm going to go tell Caleb that real quick, because I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Nice.
Caleb, just so you know, your mom and dad are watching from the car. You want to tell anything in chat? Caleb reported to mom and dad that he'd like to say hi, so there you go. We're a family show here, Michael, so we always have to give those shouts.
That's good.
Yeah, you bet.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Make sure you slam that thumbs up, mom and dad. We appreciate that.
I appreciate any parents that will tune in to watch their child play tabletop games on a stream.
I'm hoping my 3-year-old daughter is going to tune in later this evening and watch or listen to Dad cast some games. My wife, not really expecting any tuning in, so tuning out. So, no, she's awesome. She's awesome. Just kidding. We got Quebec checking in. That is a nice shot with crits, so if that's into an armor, but I think that actually is, I think I see that is Brian rolling dice there. So either way, he's punching a... I think this is a Magna Guard shot. That is a lot of crits. I believe that is a Magna Guard squad. Moved up right behind those B1s, and I think maybe just going into that 2-man unit just... Well, I don't think so.
The one on the left. Got it.
Yeah, the one on the left. I think he's just really trying to get that Z6 off the table. It's going to continue to fire support and be a little bit of a hindrance there for Brian. That is definitely the close, and that is a dead squad if I was calculating my math. I mean, either that or they were running anyway from suppression. So there they go. All right, so Brian getting back on 1 of the act count. I think he's down 2, so now he's just down 1 in the overall act count. So,
yep, I think you're still pretty happy though. That unit took a lot of firepower before it disappeared.
Absolutely,
so
and Caleb choosing to fire support that again to open up the turn, I think, is why he chose not to run it back. So, at a certain point, it's probably just needs to live there and soak fire till it dies. He did have heavy cover, so he was negating a fair bit. So. All right, he's just going to pull the other ARC squad that is there. They have a fire support option behind them as well as on the lower side. I think the lower side one right above the Dallas logo there is the unit that he used to fire support last time.
Yep.
So we'll see.
I'm wondering, what does the fire support have range to though at this point?
Well, it had range to the spider, the previous spider.
Yep. Yeah, it might have range to the Magnas at the top.
Yeah. Could have, so
it's hard to tell.
Just, I think he's still deciding what he's going to go with here. So that is the main unit there. He's just got to figure out who he can fire support. So I like both the fact that Caleb's put a lot of fire out on the table, but I think I like Brian's current position right now, just because he's going to bring a wave of units, and Anakin's going to need to try to get out, but is he going to eat too much fire? I'm not sure, and I think
that's the question.
I think Brian's just going to hold on clearing out that 5s unit with that Magna until the end, so I wouldn't be surprised here if Caleb actually tries to whittle down that Magna that hasn't gone yet, just to mitigate some of that melee coming back in. So, all right, so he's going to opt to fire support there. I'm not sure if that unit has range to the Magna, but I think based on where he measured, they do. We'll just have to see. There's a bunch of measuring there, so I'm not exactly sure where he decided.
Yep.
I think his only viable targets at this point are Magna and Spider, so... Oh, not as good as his last shot for sure. I see, I think 4 hits and a surge in there. Does convert both of those to crits.
2 more crits.
Yeah, I don't think that white dice in the corner was a surge before, so I think he just hit that with his palm when he was throwing in those extra.
So it looks like the rest in there are surge, and I think he spent 1, so he either had 5 or 6 minus the cover.
Yeah. Now, if they are into the Magna do have a dodge there, but we'll see what he's...
Aaron from Oklahoma.
Yeah, welcome, Aaron.
From Quebec.
Yeah, and again, just until we get down to some other angles, we'll kind of leave you in this top-down. If you guys are cool with that. If you want any side angles, just let us know, but I think this is going to give you the most bang for a buck right now. So while I'm not a genius, if these are white, it's Spider. If they're red, they're Magna. So that's what I'm... All right. Whoa.
Oh.
Yikes. Yikes. That's got to be into that spider. Yep.
Yeah.
And again, the PK droid not coming through, so that is not ideal.
Yeah, it's hard to heal when you go from full to dead in one shot.
Yeah, impossible, some might say, Michael. What was the deployment? That's a great opportunity for us to throw up our fancy scoreboard here. So again, unofficial round time, but it is round 2. And the deployment was major offensive. So what it was with hostage exchange, Canadian Bear. So obviously we're going to see a little bit of a distortion of the initial deployment zones. All right, well, I guess the PK droid does still have the Magna Guard that they can do some healing for, so...
Yeah, I don't think it's the PK droid is wasted by any means, but it's
no, absolutely not.
Not able to help out the spiders at all.
Yeah, 100% correct. So that activation advantage that Brian was hoping to claw back has just now fallen back to the same level of disparity. So he is down 2 acts. So Brian still has.
3 now.
I meant 2 acts in relation. So yeah,
yep.
But you are correct. 3 overall for sure. So. I have to tell Kayla.
Phone shots of game state.
Phone shots, that. Send him some more shots to mom and dad in the car. All right, so we have Siga Speed 2, Speed 1. Let's do a little table maintenance here. Here we go.
Line up along the wall.
Yep. Do the conga line. I think he's maxed out there at 3, so he's going to have to make a second row. Oh. All right, a little forward coherence there. And I think he's got one more droid at the back there. Oh, that was the T-Series back there, I believe.
Yes, looks like it.
Excuse me. Right, let me know, guys, if I could turn this volume up at all of this microphone. I have it set about 75%. I just want to make sure it's not too low or it's not peaking too high for you guys either. So.
From what I can hear, it sounds good, but
okay, cool.
Everything from the chat, it seems it's doing well. So, cool. But if anybody in chat wants it up or down, let us know. Yeah,
absolutely, we can make those adjustments. So, feel better now that we're kind of running here and getting all the kinks worked out. I can hear Michael. So, yeah, and I'll mess around with that thing is when I get back, Michael, in terms of hearing through the Roadcaster versus I can hear the neighbor mic, the mic beside me. It pipes through, but there might be some setting that we need to have eCam come through separately. So, we might always have to run a line from the Mac into the Roadcaster so that we can hear through that. And what I'm kind of thinking. So.
Could be
like a headphone line from the Mac straight through to the Roadcaster so we can hear through that way. So, yeah, unfortunately, I did not bring any additional cables for that. So, I only brought 3,000 foot worth of cables. So, yeah.
You were 1.5 feet short.
Yeah. Well, I was also at my limit, apparently. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy
That's the problem, though, when you convert metric to imperial units. That happens sometimes.
I was hoping to buy a souvenir pack of Tic Tacs, but apparently I can't. So, it's not sure. I got my...
It's like Magna's running up to melee with Anakin.
Absolutely. Yep. Which I think is a good ice play there. Anakin without force push is going to be a little bit more tied up than he would like. Not have the easy extract buttons. So, and you are going to trigger a charge here. So Anakin does have a dodge there. So I would.
He probably has. Does he have 1 dodge or 2?
Well, does he get a dodge?
He didn't take the dodge. He didn't take the dodge this turn, did he? That was probably vigilance. So.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So I believe he only has 1 because I think he had to do a double move to get up there. So, he only have the single dodge here, and melee will be coming in hot. So does he have tenacity on these? Not that it's triggered, but I'm just curious if he has tenacity on those Magnus. Ooh, no. That is a excellent rollout there. And if you're counting at home, that is all of them, otherwise known as average. He's going to spend a dodge, and we are going to see Magna take a wound off his, what's that, Jimso?
Yep.
Yeah. So So if they do have tenacity, I didn't hear the response to your
They do
question.
not.
Okay, fair enough. That won't trigger anything. But I believe Anakin is going to be rolling 7 saves here.
They're sporting the situational awareness.
Caleb coming through super strong and comes with 7. Wow, Caleb with a very strong response.
Man.
That's also average, if you're keeping track at home. Hey, Olivia checking in from Florida. Shout out to cousin Andrew for getting me here. All right.
So let's see. That was a...
Michael's going to calculate some odds here for
I
us.
am. Let's go see if we can find a tool to put that into.
Yeah. To me, if you want to just make one, that'd be good, Michael.
I will get right on that. Into Anakin, the Chosen One, with a dodge and 2 surge. And if we roll that 10,000 times... So after all that, the odds of taking no wounds was about 23%.
Okay. Well, there you go.
The median wound is 1. So...
All right. Well, then there you go. So that is that's why we use odds, because I would have predicted it to be higher.
So here's the interesting thing, though, is that 10,000 rolls, the odds of having 8 black roll 8 hits came up in my chart as 0.
Oh, okay. Well, then
0 out of 10,000.
So average on both accounts. So one being the literal average and one the figurative. So this looks like a move up, and I think this was the Z6 unit at the bottom here for Caleb, taking a shot. Yeah. Again, not sure into what. It could
Probably
be
into the Magnas, I would guess.
Yeah, it could be Magnas along the wall. It could also be those B1s along the wall, and it could be the B1s on top side if he's looking to go to that PK squad. I think he does have an angle on that. No matter what, it's going to be heavy cover for everything. So we'll see how many you had over cover there. Nope, went into the Magnus there. Magnus saved 2. Take 1 wound.
Nope.
Nice thing about the PK droids and those Magnus carrying that wound is we will have option to take that off in future rounds. So
yeah, going back to that Magna Anakin roll, it was an extremely high attack roll with an extremely high defense roll that averaged out to about average overall.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Always play the averages. So despite Caleb triggering quite a few fire supports, he's able to play that game a little bit more here because of the act advantage. So typically you gotta really monitor that, pay attention to that, and make sure that you're not overextending your fire supports. In terms of giving up positioning or obviously the objective play here, but. He's doing quite well in terms of managing that, and he's seeing returns on investment here from those activations, which is super important and obviously good for him. So Brian's always seems like he's just on this tipping point and hasn't had a lot go his way here. So not forgetting though that we do still have a 5s unit in combat here. He's going to roll off a couple suppression, and then he's going to. Trying to escape here, so he's not going to get any additional actions here. And obviously, if he's disengaging, he's only getting it 1 anyway. But the problem is that Brian doesn't have that unit to respond. I think his play was, have the Spider go, and then obviously have the Magnus go a bit later. So, but he had to get into Anakin here, so he doesn't really have a response to this. Dooku certainly could activate next turn and just basically pull them back in. But I think he's just going to stay there, knowing that that's probably just a wasted action at that point. So I think he's just going to take an aim and swing it into Dooku and hope for a few wounds. He is sitting on 2 dodges, so unlikely to punch this thing. 2
suppression. Does he get 2 actions?
I don't know what he took that. Sorry, he has. He has courage 3, Michael, because 5 has courage 2, and then the hostage unit gets to increase courage by 1. So that is, but very good point to point that out, because I would have missed that had you not asked me. So,
well, I'm glad they got it right. So that's what matters most.
Yeah. Perfect. Let us know, guys, if we're giving you at least a somewhat adequate play-by-play of this. As I said, we're trying to not speculate too much in terms of what it is, because we're trying to focus in on what's happening for you guys. But if we could be doing a better job, let us know. So, as I said, this is not my or Michael's day job. So, All right, looks like players are going to do a little scoop here, so I'll quickly update the overlay,
Yep.
and I'll just jump to the table real quick just to make sure I did not miss anything.
Cool. Sean, are you gone already, Sean? Okay. Looks like Sean's gone. I was going to ask him to throw up the list real quick. We'll see if we can get those up when we get back for anybody that's joining us. Thank you, Sheldon. Appreciate that you think we're at least up to average. That's good. That's what we strive for. So appreciate that. And yeah, I think it's those fire supports have been effective. Getting those spiders off the board right away, taking out the CIS hostage carrier. And basically clones, even though they're taking a little bit of damage, have been just soaking a lot of shots in order to get there, so sticking around. Chris, thank you. I'm glad you like the overlays. Sean, I know, puts a lot of time and effort into that, so I'm also appreciative of all that work and effort he puts in and what he has come up with. So
Cool, Michael badmouthed me likely, so I'm going to just jump in here and jump out.
no, I was actually going to ask, though, if you want to throw up the list real quick, if we've got
Yeah, absolutely.
a quick minute between rounds, just for anybody that hasn't seen them.
Yeah, absolutely. What I should do though, Michael, is I think we're going to see cards come here real briefly, so
Okay.
I should
Yep,
just
let's do that.
I'll do that, and then I'll jump back in. It was the specialist tap there that happened on the hostage exchange unit, so that's where the second action came from there, because I think they actually did have 3. So that looks like I think it's double the fall and whatever.
You underestimate my power.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I
So
guess
you underestimate my power is
I just
Anakin
go like
gains.
that. Hey, there's a thing a guy can do. There it is. Permanent Anakin gains Surge to Crit, Master of the Force 1. At the end of his activation, if he did not perform an attack, he gains 1 suppression token. So
Yep, and that has also been errated, so Anakin gains Defend 1.
correct. And then Shadow Scout give a shout out to Caleb's parents for being here and being awesome for watching. So Sheldon with the average commentary. All right, fair enough, fair enough. All right. Oh, Anthony with the table update for me. It is Gabe. I won't read it, but that's happening. Boop. There we go. All right. So I'll let players. If I had a runner, I could go scoop that card. But so yeah. So Brian is down 3 activations. Caleb's down the 1. We have 2 engagements with both hostages here. So Caleb, I guess, wouldn't have the hostage technically because I don't think it's a free. Is it a free grab for the hostage? I don't think so, right?
I don't think it is. I think it's an action.
So my understanding is Caleb would probably not have that as he double moved in. We'll see. But Magnus are engaged with Anakin there around the hostage. Dooku's around the other hostage with 5s. 5 still holding the hostage, obviously. We have Magna Guard each on a wound. Everything else is fairly healthy, just because the other things were eliminated. And then Caleb's not carrying a significant amount of wounds either. The only unit that's beat up for him is the 5s unit, which is engaged currently with Dooku. So.
And claim is an action, not a free action. So.
Right. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna actually just ping. I'm gonna ping over to Zach and just see what we're sitting at for actual round time to see how close we are. All right, just checking, confirming that time. See how close we are.
Cool. So as I look at the board here, one thing I wonder is if maybe the CIS, when they cohere, the Magnus cohered with Anakin, if they should have cohered on the other side to leave Dooku and Avenue in, if that was needed later on.
Yeah, that is a good point. There might be an
Not sure if
opportunity.
that'll.
Well,
Yeah,
there might be an opportunity just to simply pull one of those magnets if it dies as well. So,
it looks like Magna's probably into Anakin, I'm guessing.
yeah, definitely looks like that with no rerolls there. So it looks like 6 going into Anakin.
Which will eliminate a Magna, though, if he has a dodge, which he did have defense, so.
All right, just looks like Anakin will take 3 there.
But again, the median expected there was 2, so that's twice. It's been 1 below average, which we'll see if that has an effect over the course. 2 free wounds for Anakin is not something you want to see as a CIS player.
No, definitely not. Yeah, it'll be and with no Pierce ability there
Yep.
in this.
Well, Anakin would have been immune Pierce anyway.
No. I'm figuring the other way around with Magna
Oh,
Guards
yeah.
being immune Pierce in melee.
Yep.
To punch through that 7 health wound bank.
Yeah, 6 left because there was another gem. So,
Oh yes, he did. So he did remove a Magna there.
yep.
Yep.
So now that PK droid has a chance to bring one back, which will be
100% does. Yep. All right, so he is going to go for the disengage here on the 5s unit.
okay.
I feel like
Dooku
Dooku's
does not have a
just,
token here. It looks like.
no. I feel like Dooku just gets back into them though.
Yeah, if I had a token on Dooku, I would definitely go him now and just yank him back.
But I feel like Michael, he only has commanders in the bag,
Oh, okay. Yep.
so I don't think it's going to be an issue getting this unit
Yep.
out here. So yes, I believe we are nearly correct on the time. So about an hour left here as players are now into round 3. So.
Yep.
So
Yeah, and I would expect turns to start going a little faster as activations come off the table.
yeah,
So,
absolutely. Yeah. So, Michael, for people who don't know, if you want to bring up the hostage exchange card and just kind of explain the points, there's a few ways to score in this one here.
yep. So at the end of the game, each player gains 1 victory token for each hostage that is claimed by a unit they control. So right now, CIS or sorry, Gar would have 2 hostages, so they would gain 2 points.
I think this is 1 because I don't
That-
think Anakin is technically holding that one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, we'll assume that he grabs that at some point, though.
Yeah.
But you are correct. Then each player gains 1 victory token for each hostage that is within their deployment zone and claimed by a unit they control. So if you're able to move back to your deployment zone with that hostage, you gain an additional point. So that means there are a total of 4 points available in this game mode because there are 2 hostages.
Yeah. Okay, so
Essentially, 1 for claiming and 1 for recovering.
I am just hearing what's happening here. So I think there is a world where Anakin has claimed this, because I just think I heard the player say, if you have it claimed and I pull you, it comes with you.
Yep.
But it doesn't seem like he does have it. So
Right.
And so that was a pull by Dooku, and then I think we're going to just see a Dooku slam here, or potentially not a Dooku slam because. Oh no, I think we will. So. Yeah, Jamie's also awesome for being here, and I just heard Ryan ain't no poser with a judge call. And just rule against him. Yeah, Jamie, we shout out to all the girlfriends too. So I'll tell Anthony that you're on here checking it out. All right. Yeah, do us a favor, folks. Throw the link up too if you got people who want to tune in and watch some Legion. I think we'll see some exciting games this weekend for sure. So, all right. So Dooku going into. Oh, I was gonna say, where's the fifth dice? There we go. So that will be 4 into.
Dooku's so surge to 4.
Okay. He does have 2
He has
surges.
2 surge tokens.
Yep. Yep. And Denzo?
Really? Wait.
Let me just go find out what happened there.
Yep.
Yep, we got it. Thanks. Okay, so that was unfortunate there. So we were correct. Anakin did claim he moved 2 to get out there. He pulled him over.
Okay.
He rolled two blanks and 2 surges. He had the 2 surges, but he is also Pierce. So
Anakin should be immune Pierce though.
That is what the players have.
Yep. No.
That is.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we don't change their game. It's
100%. That is why I was just clarifying how they came up with that. So I'm not going to interfere with that because they've already removed and that's where they're at. But yeah. So that is making the game seemingly more interesting. So and Makashi. Oh,
Makashi.
Yes.
So it would have reduced Pierce by 1, so it would have only been Pierce 1. Plus, I don't know that he.
Yeah, it takes away Anakin's immune Pierce.
Right, but it would have been down to Pierce 1, not Pierce 2, so he still would have been alive on 1 wound. Right?
No, because he had 3, and then he had only.
He had 3.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens. Yep.
Okay.
We're good. We're tracking now. We're tracking now.
Yep.
All right, so that puts that down to. Let me adjust the score. Boop, 0. There we go. Yeah, I forgot about Makashi. Yep.
Okay, I thought Anakin was on 2 wounds. That's where I was lost.
Oh yeah, no, he's on 3. So yeah, rolled. Would have had 2 saves and then pierced. Yep, we're good. We got it.
Like we said earlier, we get there eventually.
Yeah, we get there eventually. We're trying to track a lot of things at once here, so. But that makes it interesting. So I did take away that CIS score there as they are, or as the GAR score as they are now no longer holding any hostages. Oh, never mind. Scratch that. They are still holding one. My bad.
Yep.
They are still holding one in the 5s unit. And then we have an unclaimed Magna standing next, or unclaimed hostage next to the Magna. And we have the PK droid unit here. Looks like they have now engaged the 5 units. The 5
I
unit.
like that to keep them from moving further away.
Whoa. Here we go. Yeah, not having Anakin up front is going to be quite difficult here. Now, there's not really a buffer between that clone ball and those Magna. The Magna are exposed for sure.
Yep.
So I would expect them to eat a bunch of fire supports here. You also have the option to go Dooku here. But depending on where the shot's coming from, Dooku may find himself in a little bit of cover. And with 2 dodges, the Magna are considerably more exposed here.
And the Magna can Guardian off of Dooku, so I would definitely be shooting the Magnus first.
Well, correctly. And in fact, the other Magna is still yet to activate and should probably be and find themselves within Guardian range of Dooku as well here. So.
Yep. Also, the PK did bring back a Magna, so.
Yep. So that's great for them. So important to note that you can both bring back a Magna and or heal a floating wound as well. So it's a one or the other. It's not a must heal full health units first. Spirit of the Jace is moving the terrain. Yeah, we blame Jace for that one. All right, so it looks like we have an aim shot coming from the arcs, and I'm not sure if he has any fire support options here. Nope, doesn't look like it. He only has 1 arc that can see here.
Yep.
He's going to use the spend the aim to make a lethal here, and I assume that is into Magna. So gonna remove a Magna. that was quite rude. I just brought that one back.
Yep. But still, it saves
Yep.
another wound coming in. So.
That is another wound he's not taking on something else. You are 100% correct there, Michael. All right, so I'm going to go pull here, and I think if I'm not mistaken, this pull should be a T-Series. Probably going to see a bolster here happen.
Probably onto the Magna, I would guess.
Yeah. There it is. There's the bolster call.
Yep. There we go.
There we go. All right. And that's pretty much going to end that. Caleb still has I think three clone units plus the arcs. No fire support option here. It's going to be 2 hits.
So probably one into those Magnas again.
Yeah.
I guess 2.
Yeah, 2 in there, I guess, because they have sharpshooter, so it's light cover
Oh,
there
that's
that
right.
they've taken away. And we'll remove a model.
That's no small deal, getting a second model out of those Magnas.
Yeah, and he had the point for Pierce, though, so yeah, took another Magna off the table. So, yeah. I think it was simultaneous.
I did hear a judge call in the background.
Simultaneous judge calls. Actually, that was in stereo. So,
Yeah.
So they're giving you another shot of the clothes and kind of what they have, what they're facing. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I wanted to go to this one, and then I want to go to this one. So there's CIS. So we've kind of crossed that threshold there in the middle now, and a few droids coming up from behind. So kind of in a very much of a standoff position here. So. It'll be a kind of a tug of war whether players get those hostages eaten back into their deployment zones, because remembering we have major offensive, so sliding the dice box over here with major offensive, you got that L shape, so neither player is super close to that, so to the dogleg portion.
Yeah, right now I think with all the engagement that's happening in the middle, it's going to be who can hold on to them more than who can pull them out. Especially, I don't think we're going to get 6 rounds. Looks like we'll probably get 5.
Yeah.
At the time, depending on how fast that players go.
They are, I would say, more than halfway through this round here, and it depends on particularly whether Caleb chooses to fire support. I mean, if Caleb's not holding hostages, then you probably see him doing a little bit more fire support to blow units off the hostages, and then maybe move for a late game grab. But I think you're right, Michael. We're going to see probably a couple points up for grabs here in terms of who controls and who doesn't control the hostages, as opposed to who's extracting them to the safe zones. All right, so we'll move over here. And I think he's going to take a shot into another. There he goes. Going to punch 2 over cover for sure.
Nice roll out of those B1s.
Yep.
An average Sean roll.
Yep, for sure. I mean, 2 on 6 dice.
Sean play B1s.
Yeah,
and
I believe that
2 saves, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like 2 saves. So the shadow of that box is a little bright there, but I think that's either a divot or a pip. So, but I don't see
like one got picked up.
Yeah, so it must be a
divot.
Yeah, let me see if I can just. Yeah, it looks like that is blank. All right, so we got a core pull here. Olivia saying Dooku is hot. I'm not sure if that means in the attraction sense or the gameplay sense, but it doesn't really matter here. We're not judging. I'll just agree. Dooku's done well in this game, that's for sure. It's particularly a full strength Dooku late turn 3 is a good spot for Brian to find himself in.
Yeah, Dooku's done a lot of work here, so.
All right, so this is a Z6 shot, not looking really great there. He's got a surge to spend. I think he's going to save that for defense, to be honest, after that roll, because I don't think he's going to punch through. He's just going to punch through 1 if he spends it. I might opt just to save that for defense at this point.
Well, it looks like there's a few surge tokens lying around, though, so.
Yeah, I just think, yeah, I guess it's pretty late. He must have had an open shot. Oh, that must have been into Magnus straight up.
Magnus.
Oh, yeah, straight up. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. He will lose another model there. So, yep, he spent the surge. That makes sense if he's shooting with a no cover shot for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. I was thinking he was going into that return fire, but yeah, he just went straight north. So I think the Magnus.
Yeah, it looks like the Magnus are on one wound left.
1 wound left, and they are also yet to have claimed that hostage. Excuse me. I believe that Magna hasn't been pulled. Oh, no, they went first. That's right.
They did.
Yeah, they went first. Now he's flipping that over. I think that maybe the token wasn't flipped over, but he does still have the second Magna. I think that Magna could find themselves in a world where they shoot forward and could get a shot into that same Phase 2 unit. Yeah, sorry guys, we're not using multiple angles here. The players are just literally in the middle of the table, which makes sense for this mission. So we don't really have much on the other ends to show you. So I'll tell players to play more in front of the cameras in future rounds. So.
Yep. Also, I think this terrain, beautiful terrain, looks like it would be great to play on, but does block the.
Yeah, there's a considerable amount of.
A little bit. So.
There's a considerable amount of line of sight blockers there, no matter kind of which angle we go at, but.
Still nice to take a look there, though.
Yeah, I think maybe we could probably live.
To look at.
We'll live here for a little bit and just have a look. I think you guys have a pretty good sense of where things are, and I'll leave the scoreboard up just to give you guys a sense of the timer running and where we're at. So if it becomes obnoxious, let me know. I'll turn it off, of course.
And Sean says the same thing about me. If I become obnoxious, let him know, and he'll turn me off.
Yeah, I'll speed up. Be fine. All right, so as sort of predicted there, we're going to see the Magnus come around the corner. I think that's mostly just to drop a range band onto Dooku there to make sure we are maintaining that Guardian. Looks exactly like he's doing that. And he is going to get a range 2 shot off onto that unit he's already shot. So, played Knifey Spooty before, and this is how it goes. So just got to make sure that you can cohere everyone in range and line of sight of that unit to make sure that goes off. So, yeah, it's reaching a little bit of a critical point here for Caleb. While he's got all the tools to shoot all the things, he just has so many things to shoot and not enough tools, I think, at this point. So, not to say that he's in any way dire shape. He's not in a losing position. In fact, he's still up. He just has a critical mass coming here out of him. So, backed up by one hot Dooku. So. All right, here's the dice pool coming in. So should see 4 white, 4 black. Oh, and a red for.
And when you roll 4 crits, at least in there.
I don't know. Oh, rocket. Sorry, there's a rocket in there. That's why there's a red. Yeah, there's 4 crits, and then it looks like another. I think that might even be 5 crits, Michael.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't tell the 5th one. There was a little bit of glare on it.
Well, I think there's a critical in there. So we might see 5 saves coming up here. We do. Good saves. He does have a surge available on the other unit. He did spend 1 on his own, so I think he loses 2 there.
2?
Yep. I mean, they're just making us look good, Michael, by us guessing the right number and pulling away the course play.
Yep. Unfortunately, though, that does still leave the unit leader and the Z6 in that unit.
It does. He's sitting on.
I'm guessing that's the Z6 unit.
Yeah, he is sitting on 2, and he's going to have to nominate a new commander in this army. Oh, no, he's not. He's got a generic at the back. I forgot about that guy. That guy hasn't done a lot in the game, so I forgot about him, but he's there, and he will lead the charge. I don't think Brian has any more. Excuse me. I don't think he has any more activations to go here. So should see ourselves concluding this turn 3 here. I'm going to give the players a little bit of a timestamp after this round too. All right, so we are going to see a bit of a shift. I think Caleb, sorry, needs to respond here, at least in positioning wise. Just have a little bit of a bailout plan for that fives unit if they're unable to escape the clutches. And I think that second Magna squad, while engaged now, is going to need to. And not engaged now is going to have a bit of a tough time getting that hostage and getting out. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see that taken off the table, because then you're going to either need to send Dooku down to grab it, or your other Magna, which Brian might be able to get there, but with the PK unit engaged, there's not a lot that could just reach out and grab that in a single move. So. I profusely yawn whether I'm tired or not, so you'll hear lots of yawning over the next course of the days. So I assure you I'm well rested. So, I mean, this exciting Legion, I can't be falling asleep here at the wheel. So that is a lot of surge tokens, which surges. I don't think he has anything available there. So that'll be one into the if it's the Magna, and I believe that is enough to kill the Magna if he does not make a save. Oh, it was into Dooku.
Oh, it was Dooku. Interesting. I would have definitely tried to take that Magna off the table.
Yeah, he might have known that you weren't going to be able to Guardian off onto the other unit, so he might have just been trying to punch through and get some of those dodges off. I believe there's a Vigilance on the CIS side as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think he might have just been trying to strip through some of those dodges, and then knowing that the Guardian would have been forced onto the other unit, of which you had been pulling a Magna off there. So that might have been the play there. Although I like you, Michael, I probably would have just taken the act. That's my plan A. But again, Caleb has one action to go. He's got a plan, and it likely is to just shoot that there. That might have been.
I think even if that was your plan, I think I would have gone that unit first to see if you get rid of it, and then I see what's left after that.
Not being inside his head, it may have been let's see how this goes into Dooku, and if I get Dooku tight, then maybe this second unit, that was their plan too. And then
that absolutely could have been.
Knowing that, you know what, I could probably punch this Magna off first act next turn. But now that it didn't happen, I think Caleb's gonna probably just make sure he gets this off now.
Yep. The other thing that happened, though, with losing Anakin, he hadn't played Anakin's 1-pip yet, so you are down to only a single 1-pip card in your command deck.
Right.
If that positioning becomes important.
Yep. It does. Not sure the total there. I heard him talking about surges. I don't think he has any available, though.
I think he can pull one off the sniper, but it looks like he pulled an aim.
So it's going to be 2 here. I think I heard them say 2. So it is, and the Magna is going to bite the biscuit there. So that is another activation wipe there for Caleb. I could be popping up these cool tokens that I also made, so I'll probably remember those in the future. I mean, the players are doing a great job at flashing them for me, so it's...
Yeah, I really appreciate them helping out with that.
But I can do that. All right, I'm going to quickly run and tell them that they have 38. Go ahead, Michael.
Before you run, do you want to pop up lists?
Absolutely.
Pop up one now, when we get back?
Yeah, you bet.
So this is where we started out at. The clone list was Clone Commander. Anakin is down. Phase 1 Trooper with 5s is in rough shape in the middle. I think it's just 5s and one more clone left. We had a specialist in there to start. Another unit of Phase 1 clones with an RPS 6. Phase 2 clones with a Z6. If I remember correctly, we've got one of those down and one more that's probably on the leader and a Z6. 2 arcs with... the snipers, both still on the board. And back just in time to pop up the other list, Sean.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I do not miss these command cards. So what I'll do is I'll get the command cards, and then we'll go to the list. We'll make that bigger so you guys can see that. And then we'll go back.
They're moving fast between rounds. I like that.
Yeah, they're at. I think they had 40 from the official time. I am at 38, so somewhere in that range. But
Yep.
I think that's time. They're moving at a pretty good clip, and I think they might see. I think they might see 6.
Yep, it'll be close.
Yeah, I'll do this, and then I'll go back
with
to
units disappearing. It'll.
There we go. So you disappoint me, and attack of the clones.
Nice.
And I'll jump to blue player. Go ahead there, Michael.
Yeah, so the CIS, a lot of this is not on the table anymore. We still do have Count Dooku, who's been pulling weight with burst of speed, force reflexes, force push, vigilance. We have not seen burst of speed used yet, so that's still available. T-Series TAC droid is still there. B1 battle droids, B1 battle droids with T-Series TAC. A B1 battle droid with PK that's used one of its heals and electro binocs. An IG Magna Guard with RPS 6, Situational Awareness Protector, and smoke grenades. One of the IGs is gone, one still remains, and we had 2 Dwarf Spiders with engagement protocols and nose-mounted flamethrowers, both of which are off the table.
That is accurate. So, just noting on the command card here, you disappoint me. So this is going to be a Dooku in 2 units. They're going to get issued a dodge token here. More importantly, though, when a ranged attack's performed, he actually is going to be able to perform a speed 2 move with them. So the no versatile here. So he's going to have to find a way to get either kill that unit or get disengaged from it and then use Dooku's attack. And this might be the range band where he could get that back towards his deployment zone a little bit better. So he I guess could have the force push. I guess he could just force push them straight out of melee, then range attack them, push them back. It's just if he does push them out of melee and range attack them and does kill them, there won't be a unit to then move speed 2. But either way, I think he achieves what he's looking for based on those two results. So,
Yep. Now, do you actually, and this I don't know, do you try to go with the B1 first and punch in and see if you can eliminate them that way? There's 3 wounds left, so you're probably not going to do that. So.
I think you do, because I think there's a world where maybe you could just like save Dooku, and then maybe he just uses burst of speed and gets into yet another unit that's not going to be able to shoot and pressure.
Yep.
So I don't think you necessarily have to. He may be kind of going with the safe play here, so and then just making that a thing. So.
Yeah, I do like that force push out though, because you also bring the hostage out with them.
No, for sure, 100%. And because that hostage is claimed, and it's going to be even further from other units moving up, you get yourself a little bit more real estate to work with there. So, Caleb's got 2 units poised to move on to that other hostage, and depending on whether they declare that terrain as difficult or not, I think he has 2 units that can make it there in base contact, not make it there and claim. But certainly be there in position. This is, in fact, what do you want, turn 4?
Yes.
I should just update this. Turn 4. There we go. Great. Oh, let me... not sure how I switch that. There we go. Put that back to top down.
So Shadow Scout asking about what I think of the flamethrower spider. I think they got focus fired. One got focus fired the first round and taken off the board. The other got focus fired second round and taken off the board early. So I don't think they had an opportunity to be effective here. But
right,
I'm not saying that means that they can't be effective. But in this game, I don't think they delivered what you were hoping for.
I think Brian had a plan A and Caleb had a response plan, and the response plan just won out there. So, all right, so here we are going to see that force push. He's going to smartly do it here, I'm thinking in base contacting the hostage against Dooku. You really want to make sure.
I don't think he gets to position the hostage though.
He is force pushing them out though.
Oh yeah, so. Yeah, that's right. You do the move, don't you?
Yeah,
so he should be. I think I don't know that they did it that way. But
no, I don't think so. So that would be.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
That would be how I would choose to do it. He's at 3 wounds, I believe, in there because 5 should have 2, and I think he has 1 more model there. So
Yep. I actually though don't know that you want. Let me reread the card. Yeah, because Dooku needs to perform a range attack, so you don't want to be in melee with the unit.
oh yeah, but you could still. I don't know if basing the hostage would classify
I
that
think
as.
that's considered part of the unit. I would have to look
It
that
could
up.
be. Yeah, fair. That is a fair point then. So he's going to force push them out, and he's going to range attack the
No,
Bears.
I will take that back because I'll bet it's considered a token.
Yeah, it's a token. So yeah, that's what I was thinking because it's an objective.
I would have to look up if you're able to put the token in contact with you if you're not in contact with the unit. But
You would almost think you could.
I would think you could, but I would have to look that up to be
Yeah,
sure.
no, that's a fair point. That's a lot of dodge tokens.
Holy cow.
All right, so that is where you wanted to take an aim. Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Jay says yes, you can.
Yeah, so I think that would have been the play. It doesn't matter at this point because he's going to opt for the speed 2 move.
Yep.
The only slight challenge here, Michael, is he's still got shots on, but if there was a world where that unit could get around a corner or get to a safe place and not be seen, he retains the point. So that is that's an important consideration because you're almost going to need to send Magnas at least towards the other hostage, but make sure you stay at range 2, which I think there's an easy world where that happens, but that is what you need to shoot 5s off that unit, no question about it. So so I have the clone commander going here at the bottom. Thank our 26 folks for hanging out. If you're just joining us for the first time, it's the scoreboard there at the bottom: hostage, fortified, and major offensive. We have Brian versus Caleb. Caleb's commanding the GAR, and Brian's commanding the CIS. Really close game. Spent a lot of killing in this game, to be perfectly honest. And the hostage has just hung around this middle, back and forth, a little bit of tug of war going on here. So great game so far, and I think the last 29 minutes are going to be exciting to see how it plays out. Brian going down for a little bit of an angle. Let's show you what he's looking at. He's trying to check that angle through there. There's Caleb lighting that up. Far side damage.
Yeah, if I was guessing, he's looking at the full or the Magna Guard that's left and going to fire support into it if he can.
Yeah, we'll just give you guys a little bit more of an ambiance shot here to let you know there is 2 players navigating armies on the other side. It's, in fact, not just hands detached from human bodies. So, players we got a TV set as well, so other players can. Matter of fact, we have some players standing there checking out the game right now, just checking in. Oh, what's going on? So that's cool. Yeah, so they're able to, to not disturb the table and not stand around and add that pressure to the players at the table. They're able to just take in the screen like you guys are. So.
Yep, and that looks like the fire support with 3 hits, a crit, and a surge. And I'm guessing he's got a reroll for another crit. So.
Yep. Don't know the declared target, but I think we're going to find out here really soon. I believe it's Dooku.
Magnas.
I think
or is it Dooku?
I think it might actually be Dooku. Could be wrong here. Oh, dodge 1 down to 5, so that would be in fact the Magna. All right, 5. Oh, never mind. That is not. That is B1s.
B1's in the middle.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I think they're the closest to that. Hostage.
To the hostage.
So, yeah. So I believe that is the PK unit there. So they should still have a heal left, which means they should still have a PK droid left.
Yep.
So the Magnas are sitting on 2 dodges there. All right, so going with those guys. Roll off the suppression here. They don't. It's fine. They're going to move there. Claim.
them both in base contact. And
Interesting. I wouldn't probably forward cohere there, but
I don't know that I would either, but
oh, he's actually going to heal back. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Hey, how's it going, guys? There we go.
good to see you in your little booth there, Sean.
Yeah, I'm actually, as Tom Walker pointed out, it looks like I'm in a hotel hallway here. I think he claimed. I'm just going to verify that he did, just so I don't get that wrong. Brian, was that a claim? That's the only thing I really can't tell from here. So. Yeah, that in fact is a claim there. So.
Great.
All right, so that was a move forward, claim, heal, and he chose to bring back a B1 there as opposed to heal a Magna wound. I think he's just trying to put extra bodies on that just to keep that. So that makes sense there. That was so I think that we have Caleb has 3 activations left to go. I think it's an arc which does not have a token at all. I don't know who. Oh yeah, he didn't need to make a new commander. That's right. So, and then he's got this. Z6 unit there, I think, is down 1. Is he down 1 model out of that one, Michael? I can't remember.
I think that one's full. It looks like there's still 5 there.
5 there, yeah.
I think the unit behind it is down to the leader in the Z6.
Correct. And I think he has another full one there on the right side, just by the woods. So,
So I don't expect these B1s to last the round. But.
No, but the thing is, he's 2 moves plus a claim away from either one of them. So you're probably going to have to see a move forward shoot. He is pulling the arc here. The problem is any sort of move forward by either unit, I think, puts you well within charge range of the Magna, and then you're just tied up and not shooting again. Or
and I don't know which mini in the Magnas is the leader. They might be able to get to move and claim.
I feel like it was potentially the one where the token, I think this is the second guy in, so next to the wound, moving from the bottom up. I believe that's where he moved them to get range 1 Guardian to Dooku initially, if I remember.
Yeah.
Because I think the next one to that is the rocket, and it's very unlikely that the closest unit to Dooku is the leader. So by process of elimination, I think it's I think it's the second one. So,
the outlying question is, can he make a move to the hostage if the B1s disappear and claim, or does he need to make 2 moves to get there?
I think he's 2 moves no matter what. I think both players are. So, but I think that you have the PK. You have the B1s at the bottom as your secondary move up and touch. Versus.
There's the B1s gone.
Yeah, not a surprise. I think there's a world too where Dooku could easily move up and claim that, and the Magnas could just take the shot on 5s. Yeah, I think what you're going to see here is exactly this. He's going to go for the sure bet here. I think he's going to go.
I like that.
Yeah, I think you'll likely see the melee here. He only needs to have 1, but he needs to make sure that Brian doesn't have 1 as well. So. I think you're getting a judge call here, so I'm just going to hang out here just to listen, see if it exactly is. Was just a question about whether you could move through the objective or not. So that might have explained the earlier point about maybe Brian was unaware that he could have based that hostage. So I don't want to be pretentious and say he didn't know, but there was still some clarity around the objective here and how to interact.
But I'd like to see him get clarification if they're unsure. So
for
it's
sure.
Important to do that.
Yep. All right. So big melee swing here is going to hit him for 6. Travis coming in with a nice. Travis is actually sitting in front of the TV watching. Got to thank Travis as well. Travis actually brought that TV from home. He's got the receipt. He's got the receipt to prove it. All right, so I think this is. I think we're going to see 6 saves here, or 6 attempted saves, I should say. Oh Wow.
Oh man.
Fives. I think Fives has a wound on him though. Oh, never mind. Fives. Nope. Never mind. Fives does not
No,
have
that
two
was on the
wounds.
Magnus. So
Yep.
Fives now has a wound on him.
Fives now has a wound.
That
Yep.
looks like one we need to figure out.
Nope. Fives has a wound there. Yeah. That's unfortunate. 22 minutes. He'll still get another turn in, so he will still get another crack at that final wound. But he does not have the Magnus up front to pressure that other objective. So the Travis is bad.
Yeah, so median wounds us 2. So
Yeah, Caleb's made some really fantastic saves when he needed to, so that's really good for him.
Yeah, and nothing really out of whack, but just saving a wound here, saving a wound there when you're on
clutch.
Those red saves to begin with is makes it a little bit harder to claw through.
Yeah, and you can do nothing else to Fives here. He does have the bailout plan. I mean, next turn he's got not only the Magna there in melee. Fives can't really withdraw. He has the ability to pull him out and shoot him once with Dooku if he needs to, and melee him first with Dooku. And but I think you really need to find a world where you got to stop these units from coming forward. And as I said, there are 2 moves for sure, so there's no claim happening here. And so Dooku can still.
The big thing is this unit can probably surround the token, which will keep Dooku from going and moving, claiming.
Well, no, because Dooku can do a push out first, then move, then claim.
You're right. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep forgetting push. This is probably why I'm not very good at playing Jedi.
I mean, I am terrible at Jedi. I just know what they do to me. That's annoying. So, Great Italian Job movie. I had a bad experience. All right, so that is a move up, and I think we're going to see a shot here because he did stop short, so he's got another action available. I feel like did we not see that unit at the bottom shoot already?
The 2-man unit did. The other unit
the 2-man. Okay, gotcha. That is going to be with 2 surges there. 4 + 1 is 5, maybe.
Yep.
I don't know if there's.
Spend 3 of the dodge tokens.
I don't know if there's any associated cover here. I mean, he is in the woods, but he's. Oh, he is shooting at B1s in the open. Yeah, and I think he's going to put 4 wounds.
Interesting.
I think he's stopping that as the insurance policy for moving also to that objective. So,
yeah, it feels to me like in that situation that you're trying to put as many dice into Dooku as you can.
Yeah, Dooku's still a beast here. I think Dooku's well within a speed 1 of getting there. Dooku could get there. Dooku could claim, and then you're left killing Dooku.
Yeah, and that's why I think these shots. If you have 2 units, I'm putting as many wounds as I can into Dooku.
What I see though, Michael, likely happening is we're like, if Brian plays that right, if he can get Dooku in order and get priority, he moves. He claims. He force pushes in the clones into him. So he can take no further shots. They're going to be unable to one-shot Dooku in melee, and then can't pick the box up, and then that'll be likely where we're at. So,
which is why I said why I want to get wounds on Dooku this turn, because I've got that shot. I've got 1 more shot, Z6 shot into him.
No, absolutely.
I realize those 4 dodge tokens are scary, but if you don't start chipping through some wounds, he's still full health now in next turn. Then.
Right, and I think that's what we maybe saw Caleb start to do last turn is go in and try to chip, and then when he couldn't chip that first one, had to go into the Magna, and then every damage point he wasn't doing to Dooku is just setting up this turn 4-5 play here, where there's just really not a lot you can do, and he's about a half a move away from being where he really wants to. So because even this moving up, he I think you'll probably see him just go back into that B1 squad if he does not try to double. I don't think he's double moving here because he's cohering already.
Yeah, I would expect now, like you said, I would expect into that B1 squad again. You've already put shots there.
Yeah.
You want to finish it off.
the almost the unfortunate part here is Caleb's still sitting with 5-man units, and so because he's not going to do any real shooting damage to that, when he insulates himself with Dooku in the melee on off the push, if he does,
Yep.
there's no ability for Caleb to even bring in a secondary unit to base Dooku, so he can't even get
Yep.
two squad swinging. 17 minutes left on the clock. I don't know what kind of break we're seeing after this. I don't know if there is a break. So I think it's only. It's not 10:30.
Well, I thought you said it was lunch after this, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my clock. It says I'm 10:38,
Okay.
but it's actually incorrect. It should be 11:38, I believe. I was just saying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I think there will be a little bit of a lunch, which is great. I can use the washroom and probably, hopefully, get some intel for the next round to get a couple player names up, so I'm not so rushed, which would be great. I don't know who's coming in, Michael, to hang out with me.
I had the chat up a little bit ago. I'll see if I can find it again. I think it's
I think maybe Bryant's maybe coming in.
Chase. Maybe. See if I can find our chat with the schedule. Oh yeah, it looks like it's Brian coming in next.
Yeah, cool. It's Bryant's actually pinging our chat, so I think he's going to be jumping in next. So, just so you guys know, I'll probably, I was going to maybe close off the stream, but I think maybe I won't. I think maybe I'll just, I think I'll just leave it and see if I can run 2 games together, and then that way I don't have.
Maybe if you close it off and open up the next stream right away.
Yeah, I could do that. Maybe what I'll do is actually I'll probably close it off and then give me about 30 minutes or so, folks, and then I'll throw back up another one, and then we'll get that in. That way, I can do some behind the scenes work here, and then I don't have to because I can't change anything on Ecamm if you guys are in a live stream. So. Not in the sense of multiple screens, so maybe I will close that off. So, all right, so we have the T-Series coming top. So I think Brian's bringing in every insurance policy he has.
Yep.
It's cash.
Well, I also think, too, with that T-Series being able to direct, you want to get back into range of your units. And since all your units went around topside, you want to go around and...
Yeah, no, that makes 100% sense. So Travis saying hello. Brian's here hanging out in the wings. Perfect. All right, and I think we have another arc unit here at the bottom. I think that'll be the last of the clones. Aim and shoot, and take a shot at the. I think he said the battle droid that's sitting beside Dooku. Yeah, right there. Brian conveniently pointed that out for us, so that's great. All right. All right, here we go. Yep, that'll be Pierce. Boom, boom. Crit hit and pierce it.
Little discussion going on here. So, okay, there we go.
It's still 1 crit with Pierce, so that's and end result was it was dead. But they were just have a discrepancy whether it was 2 or 1. But either way, it was Pierce. So this is
5s.
Oh yeah. So sorry. I guess Caleb did have 1 in the bag. It is in fact his 5s. Hey, I'll just do this. 5s.
There we go.
I only have that for our players at home who aren't nice and convenient and don't flash me the tokens. So maybe maybe everyone will watch this as a training video as to what you do on stream to help out the casters who can't see what you're doing. So yeah. Both Brian and Caleb.
These guys are first time playing on stream, teaching the guys who play every week how to do it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's bad habits, right? So no, Caleb and Brian have been great at filling me in or answering my questions. So.
Yes, again, thank them after the game. Appreciate their helping make things clear about what's going on. They've done a great job.
I'm not sure if you picked up what he said there, Michael.
No, I did not.
Okay, so I think we're going to see a disengage here from 5s.
Okay.
Although Caleb said it with great regret and about 7% confidence.
I'm not sure where you disengaged to. I don't.
I can't take a dodge and disengage. All right, so the dodge is... Hey, Patrick. Checking in from Belgium. What time of day is it in Belgium right now, Patrick?
Is that a crit there?
It was a miss and then a hit, and then he's...
Okay.
And then I think he was doing a whole lot of
a dodge.
Nothing there yet. So let's go ahead and change that to round 5. Whilst I'll stay right in the booth here. 11 minutes.
Yeah.
It's about as long as I can last before I'm going to need to go take a rest break. I mean, I don't have any runners, so you know, those people who are sitting in the comfort of their own home, like Chase.
I don't know what he's thinking. Tax season, geez. What kind of excuse is that?
Yeah, Michael's a wizard, so he can appear here at any point, so that's fine. All right, so just a recapping there, we have a Magna and a Dooku and a T-Series, and I think that is it on the droids.
Yep.
And we have Phase 2, a Phase 2, a Phase 2, a Phase 2, an Arc, Cone Commander, and a 5s. Yep.
And the one Phase 2 is down to just the leader and a Z6.
Correct. Yeah, we have two full squads, I believe, and we have one two-man, two arcs that are full.
Here we go with cards.
All right. One
ambush
player.
And is it ambush and ambush?
I believe it's ambush, yep. Players got that sorted out. One was upside down, one was right side. Pressure's getting them too. Here's they could go down these last 10 minutes. But I believe it's ambush, so a little bit of a roll-off.
Yep.
All right. That is a roll-off for
a red player will get to go.
Yeah, red player will get to go. So he's going to go here for the big blast, probably a big blast into Dooku, or he's going to do a move claim.
I would move claim, push in, I think would be my...
Yeah, so it's going to be a move claim, because if Caleb can get that hostage, and even if Brian gets the top side, Caleb's got to be up on points at this point.
Yeah.
So
just the sheer number of bodies gone.
Yeah, it's just going to be a matter of if Dooku could go in and kill enough here. So
do you actually wait with Dooku here? Because he's got to go in, he's got to move claim to get in there, and now you've taken that activation off the board, and now Dooku can... I suppose not.
I think you need to wait, because I think what you need to really do is you need to
push that unit in towards Dooku.
I almost think that you need to. Yeah, it's really hard to say here. That was a really tough roll off for Brian not to get there, because he's doing a really smart thing here. He's going to force push the objective into his deployment zone. Oh, he needs to cohere it the other way, because I think the objective token needs to be fully within, but the leader does not.
Burst of speed.
Can you read that, Mike? Oh, just to verify for me, because I believe that objective token. I think he actually should have cohered that slightly different.
Quick. Put it. Then each player gains one victory token for each objective token that is within their deployment zone.
Yeah, that is within. I think it needs to be within means fully within.
Yep.
So if you would have cohered that objective in the deployment zone, then there was a world where he just moves in.
Yep.
Charges.
Yep. He had the right idea. I think he just slightly missed it.
Yeah, because I think he's straddling the line, which is unfortunate there. I could be wrong on this. Just again, we're not the officials, but based on what I'm seeing, that's what it looks like. So that is going to be 4. I believe he has 5 people in the unit, unfortunately, though.
He does.
Does he have choke? He has reflexes push, I think, right?
Because I think he uses burst of speed there. He has force reflexes, force push, and vigilance.
Yeah, he's gonna.
So take 4 out because of Pierce 2.
Yeah. But he's pierced though, so it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
I mean, unless they get that, squeeze that last round in.
Yep. And I think you said it sounded like your clock was a couple minutes ahead, perhaps. So they might have a
Yeah.
couple minutes more if they.
They might. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, nobody at home use our clock as official in any means. That's just close to what the game clock was, but I'm just giving that for a rough time for us to kind of have some sense. Of course, I can't see any game clocks, so I can't see anything. In fact, I'm not even sure if those players are still at the table at this point because I can't see anything.
They've tagged in the other half of the game.
Yeah, until I see arms and hands, I'm not even sure there's human interactions happening. So, yeah, geez, I really hope that's not the case of that top objective there, because now there is a world where Brian could move, charge, claim, and when he claims, he can actually place the token, I believe, when you claim. I think you can.
I didn't think you could when you claimed. Jason's still in chat. He'll
only
tell us,
only when you move? Maybe?
When you move it.
Okay. Perhaps not when you claim.
Because I believe when you claim, you're picking it up where it lies.
Which is...
Looks like this was probably a fire-supported Z6 shot.
Fire-supported Z6 with the red
probably
dice.
Into the Magnus.
Yeah, so it must have been from the arcs. That's...
Yep. Hey, Patrick. Thanks for joining us.
Gotta have heavy cover there.
Yeah, down 1 from sharpshooter.
Loses 2, so that'll be a Magna plus shift a wound.
Yep.
All right, see, we're going to go with Magna here. I think the players could probably sneak in another turn here if they play a little bit.
I think they can if they go.
They go fast here, so yep.
Yeah, see, I wonder if he was reading it as he needs to be in the deployment zone
Yeah,
rather than the token needs to be in.
Yep. Well, it might be a... I'm hoping that they can play out the 6 turns so that something like that doesn't become the difference. So for either player, right? Exactly. Because there's an opportunity where even Caleb has, potential to do something. So, do you want to just let Bryant know in chat? I'll get him after to join in because I just don't want to mess with anything in the audio right now.
Brian just gave a thumbs up, so I think he's listening and heard you.
Cool.
Sorry, I missed the rollout. Did 5 survive that?
I will, just because I don't want to reset anything right now, but then we'll get you in a minute. Yeah. Can you just ask them? Never mind. It's okay. I just want to see if Fives is still alive, but I think he is. I think he is, Michael. I think I still see him sitting there between the Magna, so. Yep. It's really tight. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, Fives is still there.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Brian, we'll just so you know, we'll have a lunch break after this, so we'll probably have about a 30-minute. Then I'll get you in early, and then we'll get rolling for that next one. All right, so that is Clone Commander. Yeah, real tight game. This is fantastic. This is a great opening stream game, to be perfectly honest. Have a game that's like real tight, real cagey, back and forth, lots of going on, a lot of interactions here. A real clean game, to be perfectly honest. Hasn't been really anything of any controversy, and players have been real cordial. I can sort of hear them in the background on occasion when there's a question about something. So hopefully you guys at home have been enjoying our first. Again, it's our first time live streaming an event, so hopefully we're doing an okay job. An average, we're only aiming for average. So, I would agree with you for sure, Noah. MVP fives. I had fives dead to right on the Dooku one pip there, double to full. So. All right, so Commander coming up there. I think that might conclude Caleb. I guess that does have that 2-man unit at the bottom there. So I think the CIS are done, though. So if he just goes with that, which basically I think he only has... that token's flipped over, but I guess he maybe flipped that over accidentally, so... All right, so double moving T-Series in here. I think that's an insurance policy here, so that he has maybe a free unit to do a claim.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that also gives him an insurance policy. If he needs to attack fives twice next round, he has something else there to do it.
No, absolutely. So,
because otherwise, I think you move into contact with the hostage so that you can claim and move into your zone. But
yeah. All right, so. Yeah, we'll see what the officials give them for time here. That's 2 units here, and I don't think there's literally any shots remaining at this point. So that'll be yeah. So again, our clock's at 0. It doesn't mean anything based in fact, we're not the floor judge. So, all right, so he's going to move into Dooku here. And as I was said, with the 2 minutes remaining, or 2 minutes discrepancy, I think they're just going to flip and be able to get a 6 turn in here. Come on, son. All right, so I'll let players figure out what they're doing. Okay, this looks like they've already predetermined that they will be having a 6 round, so that's fine. It's a pretty common occurrence, so just going to go ahead and turn the clock off, and we'll update this to turn 6. All right, I like to see six turns being played every time, so.
Yep. Is that second hostage, remind me, Sean, the one in the middle, did that get picked up, or did that just move to base contact?
Yeah, and just on cue, the judge came over. Don't start any more rounds but I believe they already started that. So
already started. So.
Well, I think they'd already agreed that they were going, so they have 15 minutes to play this out. They were quite expeditious in playing the last one. To answer your question, Michael, I believe, yes, the unit that came from the south of the table had moved up and claimed, and that's why Dooku...
so we should be 2-0 on points then, right now.
Correct, sorry, yes, that is correct. And so it's a push play here. It is... Did you catch that roll, Michael?
Looked like it was blank.
Okay, so that is blank. That means Caleb actually lost the roll this time. So that means that Brian will be going he'll be going first. He's issuing orders first, so that makes sense. So Caleb getting it on turn 5, which was huge for him. Probably what keeps him in this turn 6. Brian going first on 6, which is absolutely what Brian needed to potentially have a chance to come back here. because I think you need to have a world here where Dooku needs to kill the unit that he is with and claim, and that is it. He cannot have any other actions other than that. He could have a
Yep.
push. He could have a push.
But he's not touching the token right now, is he?
I believe he is touching the token. Oops, sorry about that. I
Okay.
could be wrong. I will go verify that. I conveyed the message of cheer for Sun, and in fact, he is not. Dooku is not touching the token there, Michael. So it is
Yeah.
the
So
it is.
I don't think Dooku can get the token then.
I think he can. He could.
Well,
Could
because
he
he
not?
needs an attack, he needs a push, he needs a move,
Could he
and he
not
needs
just?
a claim.
Could he not just force push the unit into a new cohesion?
I don't think you can move out of melee into melee though. Does that change with a force push?
Oh yeah, that might potentially be. Is there a world where? Yeah, that is a good point. So he could kill them. Just trying to think.
But
Yeah.
then something else can pick it up. So I think the entire game comes up to the top of can he get the token and into his zone?
Can he get the token in his zone? That's correct, because that would be enough points for him right there. So yeah, I
Because
think
that would be 2-1.
yeah, that is the play here. So
So
I I. That was. I'm not sure why Caleb went first there.
I'm not either. Maybe last round, or maybe I saw the die wrong.
Oh, maybe you saw the die wrong. Okay, fair enough. Oh, sorry. Tell me what the T series has in melee. Is he just a white in melee?
Yes, I guess it is.
Okay, so that was
that's
actually
probably what happened.
that was the T series attack there. Oh,
Yep.
actually, that can't be right because he didn't flip the token down either. I
Or
don't.
he just forgot to put the token.
He may have forgot to flip the token. But
That looks like what happened.
yeah, because he should have had to go first there. So or he.
So I think that was a mistake though,
Yeah, you needed
because
well,
now you can force push back into melee with Dooku and recohere the token.
Oh, he left. Oh, sorry. I thought you were. So at the top, I was also thinking it might have been a mistake because he now has to.
No, because I get what he was trying to do at the top. He was trying to kill fives with the T series so he could pick up and move with the IG.
But the problem is though now he has to kill. He almost should have just based the hostage with the T series.
Yeah. Yep.
Killed
that,
with.
that was a mistake from last round, but
Yeah.
you're here now, so.
Yep. No, that's true. That's true. This is Magna into fives here.
Yep.
There's a 100% chance now that. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. MVP fives, but RIP. I meant to say.
Yep.
Went from
so
the
now he
envy.
claims.
He claims. Yeah. Oh, Brian's giving me the squeezy.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
Thanks, Brian, for that. Yeah. MVP. There's a.
Love it. Love to see players having fun.
Cool. Anthony reporting in that he, in fact, secured a victory round one. So congrats Anthony. Yep. This is a heck of a game here, buddy. They're like they were on the thing and started the sixth turn. Lorf came over. They were good to go. So yeah, it's
Sean, do you know if lists for the event are posted anywhere?
I think on the TTO. I don't have the TTO link, but I think that's where the lists all are. So if you go look at TTO for Dallas Open. There we go. Okay, Caleb's got sweaty palms. Can't get the token flipped over. It's respectable.
Yep. So probably a fire support into the IGs. Try to get them to drop.
Yeah.
Man, amazing, amazing game.
Yeah, this has been super super fun. If we can get 5 more just like this, we'll be doing our. We won't even have to be good, Michael. We'll just need to be here. So
That's the way we like it.
yeah, it's 2
Oh, I was
hits.
surprised there was no fire support in there.
Well, I think one unit's in melee and the other unit is probably using it as a
Well,
little bit
there's
of.
the one unit in the woods though,
No,
the
I
full
think
5-man.
I think he
Six.
might be using that maybe as a bit of an insurance policy here, based on he doesn't
Yep.
know exactly what's going to happen here
Yep.
with Dooku. So do you just now pull it back in?
Yeah, you absolutely pull that into melee and cohere the token with Dooku because that's a free move, and then you attack
Yep,
and you hope to kill it. That's
and
your
then you
first
pick it up.
action, and your second
Yeah,
action claim.
yeah, and I think with Pierce 2, you got a chance at it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
because
see if
it's only the leader left.
we'll have to see if Brian sees it though. That's the thing, right? So
Yep. I mean, I think that's the play. If you don't see that, you still push the unit that Dooku's in melee with, and then speed 1 to
yeah,
contact,
yeah.
which I think is what he's trying to do. So, yeah, I don't think he sees the pull play. Otherwise, I think you make that right away. Oh, did you get it? Yep, there it is. So basically now if Dooku hits any hits, he will kill and cap. And if not,
Yeah,
he won't be able to get it.
that is. I thought the lists were going up after round one. I could be wrong. Like after round one, I think maybe, or I didn't know if that meant at the start or not. But he did not aim. That is a really good one.
Yeah.
He is dead.
S5.
We'll see if Brian gives us the pinchy fingers on the claim there.
Yep. Absolutely should. So it should be 2-0 blue right now.
Thank you. Yeah, so that'll be yeah, exactly. So that look at that, boys and girls. That's maybe how fast hostage exchange can switch.
Wow. Amazing.
But that is not to take away from any play on either side.
No, that's
every player's needed every activation, and we're not quite done yet. It's just it might be a little bit tough to get through Dooku here in a melee. So
yeah.
Travis saying this game's intense. I think he's sitting across from. He's sitting somewhere watching it. So yeah. Now there is shoot plays here. He's gonna move in. I think this. All right. Well, that's what he's opting to do there. I think he's gonna take a swing there, and a swing with the other guys, and just hope to swing everything.
Yep.
So.
Yep, but that will give. He might be able to take the one away from Dooku, but the one on the back line is still going to be there. So it looks like this is going to be a win for the CIS, unless I'm missing something.
Pally sat down beside me, and I promptly sent him away to go find information for me. let this be a lesson. If you're don't sit back here if you don't want to help. No, he's doing it. They all been super helpful, so it's been fantastic. Yeah, I've totally missed coming to conventions, and this is already few days into this one. It's solidified as to why I like to travel so much. So,
did Pally say how his game went in the 33 seconds he was beside you?
And I was rude and didn't ask him. So.
What a bully.
Nice, good job. So securing Friday Night Fights team jerseys here, 2-0.
Nice. If you get a chance to talk to the players after the game, Sean, I know I've said it before, tell them both amazing game and thank you for all the
Will do.
assistance with helping make it a great cast.
For sure. All right, guys. That'll conclude that. That's the shake. I think there was not anything Caleb could do to finish that off. But make sure you guys are, if you're still in chat, make sure you guys let people know what you thought about the game. Not our commentating, but let the players know, because they'll go back and watch this and probably appreciate that you guys appreciated the gameplay regardless of the outcome. So. And then that will kind of conclude us. We'll be back. I think the next game is due to start. About 12:45. Okay, so I think we'll have probably about a 40 minutes. So we'll probably have the stream. Bryant and I will probably jump back up in about 30 minutes. So look for about 35 minutes from now. Stream link will go back up in all those places. I'll get the guys to post it around on the Discord and the various places. So stay tuned for that. We got 5 more games coming at you, so lots more action to come. So, and thanks a lot, Michael, for coming in and doing a shift with me here.
Absolutely, it was a great game. Thanks for letting me back on after I've been away for a while. So great game to come back to.
Jay said we were okay at best, so we'll see. He's on, I think, later on this evening, so we'll see if we can up our game a little bit. So, we'll try to do better, Jace. We'll do better. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate those thumbs up, and thanks for all the new folks that came out. Caleb's parents, they certainly are new here in the stream, so that's great. And had a few people coming in. So I'm gonna leave you guys here, and I'm gonna go chat with the players, and I'll catch you guys next round. All right, Michael. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
All right, cheers.